Well, hello. Didn't see you there. Hey, everybody. I'm Dan, the Grinch this year. And I know I said that Carlito was going to be here. Surprise, surprise. Carlito's late. I know. It's shocking to me, too. It's so shocking. I almost asked John to come on. Hi, John. So, I have one of those people who don't have family, and I figured, every year I started doing this drinking Christmas Eve show for all the people who don't have family. So I was, hi Jeff, hi. So every year I started kind of doing the show for people just if you don't have anything to do on Christmas or Christmas Eve to hang out, and what better than to have a glass of bourbon. Doing Buffalo Trace. Well, looky who's here. It is Carlito. Yo.
What's up? A little late.
We're all festive. You're better than I thought.
I'm the goat, though. Just want to say that.
You're jingling.
Yep. I'm in the spirit.
Apparently so am I. I wore this to work today. And repping the jabroni.
Yeah.
Figured since Christmas is Day of Remembrance. Salut. To those with us and those no longer with us. Jabroni, you were missed. What you drinking there?
It's a nice little pop. This is my unicorn I got this year. The Garrison Brothers Cowboy
drinking
bourbon, baby.
Buffalo Trace for the first time.
Oh, it's the first time?
Yeah, bitch has a kick to it.
Yes,
like I've shivered twice.
I gotta be careful with this. It's not cheap.
Nah.
Yeah, it's good enough. Oh.
Salut.
Salute.
Or as Busta Rhymes says in Halloween Resurrection, saloon.
Oh, man. Please no Busta Rhymes Halloween quotes tonight.
I will try not to. I did see something that I thought was worth talking about. Tessa had on her stories today, is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Yes.
I immediately went to yes as well. I didn't even have to think about it, especially when Phoebe Cates tells that horrific story about her dad as Santa getting stuck in the chimney. That was brutal.
Appears we have a car alarm going off in the background.
Don't hear it.
Good. Only I can. That's good.
So John put in the chat, best Christmas movies or best underappreciated Christmas movie.
Underappreciated, Just Friends.
I've never watched that.
I'm not sure if you would like it or not. I know I love it.
So this is going to be one of those weird ones. There is a Hanna-Barbera Yogi Bear Christmas that I feel is underappreciated for Christmas, even though it's a cartoon. It is a Christmas special.
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, it's the Yogi Bear Christmas, and it has all of like the Huckleberry Hound and everybody in it. It's something from when I was a kid. So I always talk about there's this horror musical called Anna and the Apocalypse. It's British. It's like Shaun of the Dead if it was a musical, but set in high school. I fucking love the movie, and like I shouldn't love it, but I do. It might be more of like a guilty pleasure thing, but like the gore is fucking brutal. Like the gore is better than it should be in this like cheeky little British
gore.
Yeah, not Vidal.
That's what I always think of when I hear gore.
But best Christmas movie? Like I know a lot of people go immediately to Christmas Story or Scrooged.
Mm.
I mean, they're good. They're good.
Those are good. Actually, I've never seen Scrooge the full thing, I don't think.
Oh wow.
So I should probably get on that.
I mean, we just talked about Gremlins. Gremlins is great. But Christmas doesn't really hit till Hans Gruber falls out of Nakatomi Plaza at midnight.
It's true. I saw the alert on Twitter that there were shots fired at Nakatomi Plaza. Positive.
Awesome.
I love it every year.
Listen,
man.
It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, I mean, it's fucking depressing.
That is a good one though.
There is one that I watched as a kid with Laurel and Hardy, March of the Wooden Soldiers. That was a staple every year that I would watch. Very, very folksy and old-timey, and I mean, you watch it now and it's just like, man, this is cheesy as fuck.
I'm still here. I just
do
something real quick.
Man, like now I have to look up Christmas because I know I've watched a ton, but trying to remember them. I can tell you what isn't a Christmas movie that I actually walked out of my own living room during this week.
Oh, do tell.
Rebel Moon.
Oh God.
Holy shit.
I've heard nothing but great things.
How do we make Star Wars but make it worse than the prequels?
Oh my God.
I know. We'll just go ahead and give it to Zack Snyder.
Poor guy.
Huh. All right. They have The Long Kiss Goodnight considered a Christmas movie. Eyes Wide Shut.
I suppose. Ooh, I know one that
Better Off
Jonathan will
Dead.
appreciate. Reindeer Games, the most underrated Christmas movie ever.
All right, I'm ending the stream now. I mean,
God. I remember
that's Jingle All the Way with Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
That's not too bad. Ooh, Edward Scissorhands. Is that really?
Yeah, I don't think so, but that was one of the ones they put on there. Black Christmas, the horror movie, the first two, not the third remake they made, which was fucking terrible.
Oh, look, the cat wants to get on stream. Scully, Merry Christmas.
Die Hard 2, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang they had put as a Christmas movie, which I don't agree with. Batman Returns, yeah.
Oh yes, that's one I need to watch that tomorrow. Actually,
Christmas Vacation. All right, there we go.
I'd say that's probably the best of all. That's the GOAT, I think.
There is a horror movie on Shudder I have not watched yet called It's a Wonderful Knife.
Clever.
Christmas Bloody Christmas I watched last year. Oh, Elf. People love that fucking movie. Ew, gore.
I remember hating that movie when I was in my hating comedies phase, but it's actually not bad.
Home Alone. All right, yeah. Bad Santa. Nightmare Before Christmas. Love Actually. That's another one that's very loved. There's every one of those. Jack Frost. That's a terrible horror movie.
I have not seen.
Deck the Halls. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown. How's your Buffalo Trace there, sir?
It's a little strong.
Strong?
Yeah.
It's got a little heat on it. It's the
yeah,
but
So Love Actually.
I agree with John.
If you take I actually like my favorite parts of that movie are Bill Nighy trying to play like this pop star, because there's something just so unbelievable about Bill Nighy being anywhere near like charismatic enough to be a pop star. If that sounds mean, fine. I don't care. Like it. So be.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I will say it's not a Christmas movie, but Batman: The Mask of the Phantasm came out on Christmas Day.
Ooh, Ryan loves that movie. That's his favorite Batman movie.
I did see a movie the other day in the theater. Not the one I should have seen, because I was gonna go see Godzilla, but I missed the time. I misread it, and I ended up going and seeing The Iron Claw. Fucking great. Yo, Perry. How you doing, brother? Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I know Godzilla slaps. I fucked that up. I really wanted.
I gotta go see that.
Iron Claw was. I don't like Zac Efron. He was great.
Oh, that's that. Okay, yeah, I know what
the guy playing Ric Flair. Not so much. He just wasn't hitting it for me.
Woman's John Wick equivalent. What in Sam Hell?
Oh my God.
He's got to be joking, right?
What was it?
Oh my God.
Someone wrote that Midsummer was like John Wick for women. It was like one of those funny reviews. I was like, you know what? Yeah, like you're not wrong. Yo, what's up, Funk Comics?
Was
Merry
not
Christmas.
feeling Midsummer.
I did not see Poor Things. I did see Saltburn. Saltburn was fucked up.
I heard that.
I loved it. It was fucked up though. All right. I'm putting Poor Things on my list now. Good stuff. Good stuff. But so yeah, like Rebel Moon really stayed with me, especially reading that there's a director's cut also. I was like, how the fuck on Netflix is Netflix telling you that your shit's too long, you have to have a director's cut?
I saw he tweeted or someone else tweeted there was like a 3-hour and I don't know 30-minute director's cut.
I couldn't make it through an hour and a half. Like, how the fuck is there a 3-hour cut?
No, I know Bearded loves director's cuts, especially Zack Snyder, so
no,
I'm sure he's all in for that.
It was worse than Suicide Squad. Like the acting was
impossible. The first one?
Yes, the acting was like that level.
God knows.
It was bad. Like I'm shocked. And then I'm like, so hold on. Netflix canceled the Grendel series. They canceled a bunch of good shit that was going on that channel, yet they let this shit go. Like they gave him all that budget for this.
It's Snyder, baby.
I understand why like Star Wars is like, nah, bro. Like we're not making this. Like you gotta go. I would rather watch that Fantastic Four movie again.
So, Buffalo Trace, is that 90 proof?
I did find out this is made in the same place as Eagle Rare.
Yeah. I'm going to say Buffalo Trace is like their bargain line. Well, no, technically.
Yep, 90 proof.
Benchmark is their bargain.
45% alcohol.
So, the one I got is Hazmat, 140.9.
Ooh, shit.
But it does not drink as hot as Buffalo Trace. So,
yeah, I was hoping this was going to be smoother.
Oh. But this one is super oaky compared to
Buffalo Trace. My favorite for old fashioned. Ooh.
Texas bourbon. So yeah. Buffalo Trace is a great mixer. Everybody usually likes it. Oh my God. I've seen that all over and I just kind of laugh sometimes. But I get it. It's manly. Good job, Perry. Nolan's next project. I thought I saw something the other day about what he was talking about, what he would do. And now
but simply, we don't know. Nolan hasn't teased anything.
Well, he made a vague reference in an interview, but you couldn't really glean too much from it.
I have heard a rumor.
Perry, you're right.
Cillian Murphy possibly being Victor Von Doom.
Really?
What
does John think about that?
I'm kind of okay with that. Like, he's a good actor.
I mean, I think he could kill it. I just don't know. Yeah, John, you do need to see Oppenheimer.
I mean, one of the great swerves they could ever do is have Ed Norton come back to play Doom. I mean, listen, he was great in Kingdom of Heaven as the king who was suffering from the I forget what plague it was, where his skin was coming off. He wore the mask.
I want to know what Perry thinks of Barbie.
I haven't seen Barbie yet.
I haven't either.
It's on Max, but like, so Oppenheimer. The one thing I will say is that I think Robert Downey Jr. This might be his Oscar chance as a supporting actor.
I heavily agree.
He was fucking strong.
Under damn rated this year. What in the Sam hell are you doing?
So
Okay.
I mean, if we wanted an actor who's going to act through their eyes, then it's always it's always Tom Hardy. If you need an actor who's going to act through a mask and like,
oh yeah,
because fuck Tom Hardy in Dunkirk, the way he's wearing that pilot's mask, the goggles, and every bit of acting is done through his eyes in it, and it's impressive.
Dunkirk. Yeah, you just see his eyes. Yep.
So, speaking of Dunkirk, I got that new soundbar. It's 5.1.2 Atmos.
Nice.
So I put in Oppenheimer, I put in the Batman, and then I put in Dunkirk in full Atmos.
And your neighbors hate you.
Yes. I warned them, though. I told them I was going to be tuning it. So it's got a down-firing sub plus a regular. So it's firing down the ground. Dunkirk sounded with the full Atmos.
Thanks, Perry.
The sound engineering in Dunkirk is so amazing.
Oh, the beginning when it's quiet and then they get the gunfire as they're running away and jumping over the fence and stuff. It's super good.
Hey, Drac. So Oppenheimer is one of those beasts where it's less entertaining.
Yeah.
Than some of the other ones because it's so grounded in, the life of. But if you go into the cinematic making of the film,
technically speaking, holy shit.
Easily top 5.
Yeah. I think it lacks rewatchability factor.
Very much because the time.
And just
one thing I will say though, like still for me, the Prestige still easily top 1 or 2 for me. Like it could change in a minute.
Yeah, it's like I told John, it gets better every time I watch that too. So
the Prestige, once you realize that it's acting out the actual trick, as we did when we did the show with John,
yeah,
it takes on a whole fucking other life. Because you realize it. Inception, I bought the 4K from Best Buy when they did their blowout Black Friday sales. So I got it for $10.
Nice.
For the 4K. Weirdly enough, I was going to buy Interstellar just because it was $10 and I missed out. They sold out.
Yeah.
It's the only one I'm missing. I picked up Memento in 4K and I got Insomnia.
You have more Nolan 4K versions than I do.
Had they not had them blown out for their deals, like I probably wouldn't have bought them. But it was like, well, fuck. Same thing with the Star Wars, the trilogy. They were $17 for the Best Buy Steelbooks.
I think Oppenheimer is technically better than Batman Begins and Inception.
So,
although not by much, it's like cutting hairs. It really is.
Dark Knight, seriously, the Two-Face thing at the end is what kills that movie for me. Not saying it's not good, but had they ended it just with the Joker hanging there, easily. But that tacked on extra 15 minutes hurts that movie for me.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I never really got that, but
I wish they had kept. I wish they'd kept that character for part 3 and not gone back to the outgoals.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that did damage to the third movie, and I think they wanted to fill time because they're like, well, Heath's gone. Fuck.
I thought it was so because Heath passed, they changed the third one, and so then they had to do the whole Dent Act thing and everything.
Oh, John's testing positive. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Day 11?
That means you can join us, though, right, John?
Day 11? Holy shit, John. I'm sorry, but at least you caught up on your reading.
Yeah.
Bright Cloud. And Now, since you're still quarantined, you can watch The Deadly Class Season 1, the only season of the series, and see some of the best casting that I've ever seen.
I really think you should put the link out to a couple of people tonight.
I'll just post it.
I'm feeling lonely. Not that you're not enough, Dan, but I'm feeling a little lonely.
If anybody wants to join, the link is now in the chat.
And I had a rough Christmas, so
mine's been interesting, but I mean, I did have that bright light at the beginning of the month, so you know.
Nice. Oh yeah, I heard. When I stopped by you and Old Wolf, I heard you talking about the Scream films a little bit.
Well, John,
I missed that because I'll have to go do the rewatch on it. But John's was breaking it down, man.
Films.
He's breaking it down for
especially with what's going on with Part 7, which I will give credit to the director walking away. The director walked away. The cast walked away. It's done. Like it's dead in the water. They fucked up.
Gore, I somewhat agree. Although I think you don't have to necessarily have the knowledge going into that, but I do think
they fill in the blanks.
I think it enhances your viewing if you already.
It does make you go to Wikipedia later on to kind of see more of like what the fuck went on.
Yeah,
especially the sad death of Oppenheimer.
Dude, I mean, I don't know if it gets any sadder than Tesla, though. Jeez.
Oh well, yeah. But he did manage to make many Hugh Jackman clones, so
happened. And I mean, eventually, the government did steal his Wi-Fi technology and stuff. So I mean, I guess that's good.
Wait, I thought Al Gore invented the internet.
That was the internet, but not. Oh, that was still landlines though back then.
Oh, and I did love that the band Tesla made that album called Edison's Medicine.
Nice. Yeah, me too, Perry. I love that as well.
So all those old Von Erich matches, and then finding out like the whole family that they say they have a curse, but their dad was like the Michael Jackson's dad, fucking torturing and whipping those kids and fucking treating them like shit. And then
Jesus.
Well, you're my favorite kid this week, but that poll can change. Man. Like it's crazy. And like, I mean, as a really big into wrestling during the 80s, early 90s, and now kind of relapsing now into wrestling. Because
some people, I think a lot of people were relapsing. I don't know if it's because we're trying to capture our youth or what.
Male soap opera.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Oh my God, yeah. the Ric Flair stuff, and then you go back and watch those old fights. The old Ric Flair Dusty Rhodes ones were insane because like they were cutting their heads with razor blades during them to really like sell it and everything. Man, like
they don't do that anymore.
No, but I did see Ric Flair's daughter blow her knee out live on show the other 2 weeks ago.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, her knee just fucking blew out while she was doing a move.
I think what's his face? God dang it, the dude with the long hair and he was kind of chubby. I think he wore a mask for one of his gimmicks, but he was a hell of a wrestler.
There's a lot of those guys.
Dang it. But I think he was one of the last ones to like cut his forehead with razor blades.
I remember Hogan doing it, but now Hogan's now a born again Christian, which is fucking weird.
Say what?
Oh yeah. There was a video on X that showed up. Yeah, the whole Von Erich story is tragic. The last one wrestled in the mid 90s. But weirdly, he was in WrestleMania fighting Tatanka. I weirdly remember this. And oh shit. Hey.
Oh, yes.
I couldn't resist the call of Carlito.
Heck yeah, buddy.
I was already wearing my party savior.
Yeah.
My party savior shirt.
There was
I love it.
There was Call of Cthulhu. Now there's Call of Carlito.
The Call of Carlito.
Hey, Toby.
That's the first time that's worked.
I'm gonna open the Eagle Rare bottle.
Eagle
just 'cause
Rare,
of you
heck
guys.
yeah.
Because COVID
You know-
won't stop John from drinking bourbon.
I mean,
Actually, bourbon kills COVID. So
I don't,
just go ahead
yeah,
and-
I don't feel sick. I'm still testing positive, and I have elderly parents, so I'm trying to be smart.
That's
about
fair.
it.
I mean,
I'm past the threshold. They say 10 days, and you should be
Yeah.
good. And
You
today's
can
day
still
11.
test positive for like 17 or something.
You can test positive apparently for a very long time,
Yeah.
as I'm learning, because I am testing positive to this
so
day.
John, I gotta ask you, since you're on, was Deadly Class all you hoped it would be? Because
The comic was very, very good, and I really enjoyed it.
it has one of the most introspective lines at the end of the series when they're confronting Southern Barbie.
Brandy, yeah.
Yes. And it's one of those quotes that like has hung with me to the point
There's a lot of good lines.
I took a screenshot of it.
Oh, did you?
Because it really, going through some of the stuff that I have, like it's one of those ones I will go back to, where they talk about revenge is nothing but poison, giving life to the past.
I think there's a lot of great comments about the baggage we carry and the psychology of dealing with the stuff that we can't seem to let go of in life. And
Yes.
and I think there's a lot of very interesting psychology buried in this assassins killing each other school thing.
I also
so
love that.
it's a massively deep comic.
Oh, so is the ending like Lost?
Excuse me?
Nothing. I was talking out
Was
loud
that a Lost
to
joke?
No. Like he was saying, I'm not sure the ending is what we think it is.
It's an ending.
So open for interpretation, kind of.
So he feels like there's an interpretation where it's possible that all the characters are actually dead. And I don't know that that's I don't read it that way, but it's I guess there's potential for it because there is some psychological trauma happening for some of the characters.
So with Saya, I feel like with Gore saying that her revenge poisoned her. She couldn't move past it.
There's a literal scene where Saya's character is handcuffed to a log on a burning cabin, and she's got to decide if it's worth cutting her hand off to survive. But I think that ultimately, the more I've thought about it, is the metaphor for the comic. And the characters are shackled to their horrible parents and this horrible life that they're forced to have to lead. And they've got to decide, is it worth all the revenge and obsessions over this family dynamic that's torturing them all? Or can they just cut this off and try to live a normal life?
The one thing I will say is that I was happy Maria got a happy ending, even though it's not the happiest.
Sure.
I'm a huge Maria stan. She's my character. She's the one I gravitated to. She's bipolar. I'm bipolar. So like, I'm happy she got a happy ending.
Sure.
Sort of.
Well, Perry, to your point, I mean, I think ultimately revenge is one of the like classically American genres, if you want to call it that, or themes. And I mean, Mel Gibson made an entire career out of it. Like almost every single character he played lost somebody, and he's going to now go on a revenge kick. Like that's just his, I mean, Braveheart, Passion of the Christ, you could even throw it in there. Like the guy, he just makes movies about characters who need to kill a whole bunch of other people to feel better, or to cause suffering to feel better. And
there was that other one too, a Payback.
Yes.
Oh god.
All the Lethal Weapon movies. It's a constant. What's the one when they kidnap his kid? Ransom.
Oh,
right.
Yes.
And he goes and just kills a whole bunch of people. Like
that was pretty dark.
A lot of actors have done what he's done. I think he's just the most prolific example.
Well, I guess
I found the panel. Revenge corrupts the now by giving life to the damage of the past.
There it is.
And there's sometimes where quotes from comics will like hit me. And that was one where I sat there and like I thought about it for a while. Like it just
Yeah.
I've had stuff that's happened that's stayed with me that like
Sure.
there's another one that's from the book called Coyotes that Sean Lewis, who we interviewed, this quote going, "We got too many scared women up here to worry about the past, Analia. We ain't got time for that. Nostalgia is a fucking assassin, you hear me?" And that stayed with me. Nostalgia is a fucking assassin.
And Gore, you said that in the final JP show where you guys were discussing Deadly Class, and I left the comment that I said, sure, they might regret it a little bit, but I don't think as much as somebody who maybe named their daughter Khaleesi might regret. My daughter Daenerys. Once they got to the end of Game of Thrones, they might regret it more.
As someone who has a Maria tattoo on them,
there you go.
That Gambit in the chat did for me.
You can't hope to own these characters, even though they mean something to us, right? We don't own them. Nobody really owns them except proprietary wise. So
I remember
loving Game of Thrones, the show, and naming your daughter Daenerys. If you get to the end of that show, you might regret it, but it doesn't mean there's something you don't appreciate about it.
Rick Remender actually commented on one of my tattoos once because from Tokyo Ghost, I got the tattoo of Debbie with the red panda from one of the covers Gambit did on my shoulder right above one of the characters from Low. And he goes, "You're going to fucking hate my guts when I kill these characters." And I was like, no, I know from your writing, I'm going to be heartbroken.
Yeah, right.
And it's we do things in the now,
right?
What they mean to you in the now.
That's the reality, right? We can't control the future or drown in the past, right? And I think that's again the big theme or the big lesson to be taken away from Deadly Class is the characters that have a happy ending are the ones that are able to cut ties with their trauma.
What I love
is acknowledge it and not ignore it, but like cut it off, like cut that hand off that's been holding you back.
Well, what I love is that our protagonist becomes what he always hated. And that's the irony of it. He becomes not a yuppie, but he becomes this corporate guy he hates in his youth. And I find that fascinating that he even calls himself out. Because even when he's an assassin, he's like, these jerk-offs put this album out, and they, because they got popular, they sold out. Yeah.
That's interesting. And I do think that there's an element of we all turn into our parents or the thing that we can't stand. But I also think he saw himself becoming something worse and was able to say, you know what, maybe a yuppie's not so bad as long as I'm not turning into this,
And I think in our youth, that's the thing we fear most. Becoming the establishment. Because I was a dickhead little fucking punk when I was a kid. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, you guys are fucking assholes. Oh, 9 Inch Nails got popular. I'm not into them anymore. I'm gonna go this way. I was that shithead little kid where like, you guys like Kirby. I love Liefeld. Fuck me in the head. Like, I just...
Yeah, Captain America with tits, baby. I love it.
Listen, he was progressive before he knew he was progressive.
My wife was always the kind that like, and there's a little bit of this in Marcus, I guess, which is once it became popular, she didn't like it anymore, right?
Yes. She's a hipster.
Where she would dig it and was happy to enjoy something until it became cool. So like her favorite band for a long time was Duran Duran. And then they became super popular in the 80s. And she was like, okay, I don't like them as much. Now she loves all their stuff. Whenever they're releasing new stuff, she's like, they're so good. They're so talented. And I'm like, nobody likes Duran Duran now, but my wife loves them. She's obsessed.
I remember my tipping point was the View to a Kill soundtrack. Dance into the fire.
Classic. Hers is,
Depeche Mode was that for me. They put out the one album that got really popular, and I was like, oh, fuck these guys.
But there's something to be said for that. I think sometimes it's nice to feel like it's personal when it's like just you and a couple of people really love something. Once everybody loves it, it cheapens it in some way. It's not as personal. And I can understand that relationship.
I had a friend say that about Doctor Who.
I was going to say it could work with a movie, a show, a comic, a novel. I think sometimes you like being in the in crowd that's like this core little group that knows about whatever it is and is talking about it. And there's a hipster element to that for sure.
So as a film student, did you have the Tarantino truthers? Because I remember when Tarantino started first blowing up, it was like, you got to see Reservoir Dogs. This is fucking film. This is, life talking to you. And I watched it, I was like, all right, like Michael Madsen doing a little dance with the razor blade. Okay, like, yeah, like stuck in the middle with you.
I went to film school at that time when filmmakers like Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino and Steven Soderbergh were huge.
Linklater was the big one that
Linklater was always like more edgy than those guys, and his films were always much smaller than those guys. He was not as mainstream.
Because what is it? Spike, Mike, and Slackers was that book that came out that was about the whole indie scene.
Yeah. And his film Slacker definitely was like Clerks and Reservoir Dogs, and that it blew open some doors. But obviously Tarantino, Kevin Smith, Robert Rodriguez, these guys went full mainstream because their films were far more, for the most part, edgy, violent kind of stuff. And Linklater was more cerebral, thought-provoking kind of stuff.
And then there's Boondock Saints, which is a fucking bar owner who somehow financed.
So somehow I've still not seen that movie.
What?
And every time I even think about it, I'm like, this movie looks stupid to me. It looks like Diet Tarantino, and I don't even know that I want regular Tarantino.
It's Fight Club with Tarantino, but for Bostonians.
John, I'm going to tell you, I thought the same thing for
Yeah.
the longest time, and then I finally watched it, and I fell in love with it.
But it's the inverse of what we're talking about, where it's like, ooh, to be in the in crowd that loves something, and it's like only a core group. I'm on the outside looking at that group who loves that movie, and I'm like, I don't want to be in this club. Like, I don't want to be in that party.
Definitely get that. Definitely.
It's like the guys that had the Scarface posters on their wall in college.
Fuck those guys. Oh my god. That and Fight Club.
Like, that's not the role model. You don't want that guy. That's the guy that date rapes you.
Do you ever think Fincher regrets Fight Club?
Apartment.
Do you ever think Fincher regrets Fight Club?
I think Fight Club has become the modern Scarface in a lot of ways. Although now I think it's been replaced by Wolf of Wall Street for me. Like, it's like Wolf of Wall Street is the new version. So don't idolize these people. They're all scumbags.
American Psycho has had a second coming.
It has.
With people finding that movie.
Oh my God.
Love it.
And I will say, like, that's the first time I ever, outside of what was Empire of the Sun or whatever, with Bale.
Bale, yeah.
And Christian Bale is his acting is so brilliant, and knowing how method he is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if he tried to hit Jared Leto with a fucking sledgehammer or an axe. Like,
well, I know that Edward Norton got to hit him a bunch.
Yes.
Everybody's beating on poor Jared Leto. I mean, that's how he got those grill teeth as Joker, I guess.
Jesus.
Edward
so, John,
Norton.
I was going to open this Eagleware I got back here unopened. However, it's the old bottle, and it's kind of a collector's item now, so I'm going to wait till I get a new bottle.
Is there an old bottle style that I should?
It doesn't have the 10-year on the front.
Gotcha.
So, but I did open this, which was a birthday gift for my 40th 2 years ago. Finally opened it.
Nice.
One of my best friends growing up, she saw my Instagram post.
Nice.
Knew it was one of my favorites at the time when I was getting into bourbon. And Old Forester Statesman. It goes along with movies because this was for that one movie with the dude that played the stripper and
Magic Mike, Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum and God dang it, what were those movies?
22 Jump
The one
Street.
it's kind of like a James Bondy type. You know what I'm talking about?
Was that the Statesman, like the gentleman?
Yeah. This was the bourbon in the second one, I believe it was.
Okay,
or maybe it was the first. I don't know. Yeah, but So my unpopular opinion,
Yeah.
I think Fight Club is highly overrated, but that's just my opinion.
I agree.
I think it's taken on a life of its own, and I do think it was very like edgy and interesting, and I do think it's like incredibly well made, like anything Fincher does. But I do agree with what you're saying for sure.
I think, I mean,
I don't know that it ranks as high as it used to for me.
Well, it doesn't even rank as high as 7 for me, so I don't understand.
I mean, 7 is a very
whole
tightly
different
wound.
It is different, but still, as far as Fincher films, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Fincher's got a lot of great films. I think personally, over time, Zodiac only gets better.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I think that one's always going to be very high. Underrated, I really love Benjamin Button. And I know a lot of people just think it's boring as heck.
I haven't watched it in a while.
Have not.
So it's a meditation, I think. And I could be wrong. My takeaway was that it's a meditation on Alzheimer's. And the idea that a person dealing with Alzheimer's seems to age backwards, and that they are very much like a child at the end of their life versus at the beginning. And so it's a kind of interesting. It's basically literally doing what is maybe figuratively happening, right? And I think it's a beautiful look at this woman having to basically care for somebody who.
Do you think that's what? Damn, that's the first time I've heard that take.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's an odd. That was my takeaway watching it, and every time I watch it,
want to watch it more. Just
yeah. So for me, it's like it's a more interesting cerebral version of The Notebook in that way. Like it's like you're getting some of the same concepts played out differently. And I think I really like Benjamin Button. I think it's a really
this is why I just sit and listen to you guys talk, because
you've added a ton to this. Don't downplay yourself, man. Come on, you can be the party savior too.
Hey, NorCal.
No, I'm the party goat.
NorCal Geek Living. I know you've talked about coming on the show. I've got the link if you want to come on. He's Project Comic Mayhem on Instagram. Also, much love to you and your family. I know you've got your struggles this season, so I just wanted to send out my love.
So I had all the other Fincher films.
I had someone who was shitting. People are still shitting on Last Jedi.
I still shit on Last Jedi. I think it's the worst new Star Wars movie they made. But
it's the bold one. But I will say, if you think Rian Johnson's a shitty director, please go watch Brick.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't go that far. But I will say,
Brick just because it's a brilliant fucking movie
doesn't mean it's great. Just because it's bold doesn't.
I didn't say it was great. I just said that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's great.
No, but people shit on him saying he's a shitty director, and I challenge them to watch Brick.
I won't say that. I won't say that.
I don't think it's fair to judge any filmmaker based on one movie.
One film, yeah.
At the same time, the more I watch the sequels, The Last Jedi is worse. It's just a freaking mess. Now I think
Rise of Skywalker is worse.
That's what I meant. Sorry, the Rise of Skywalker. I meant Rise of Skywalker. Sorry,
they're both. I think Rogue One's the best new.
If you 100%. I think 100%. You can blame Rise of Skywalker's shoddy mess on Rian Johnson and what he did, and how they clearly did not know what they were going to do with the third film. But the final film in that sequel trilogy is an absolute clusterfuck. It is just a disaster. Like nothing makes sense. Things are rushed. The movie is epically long. There's only a couple of scenes that are even like watchable. Like a couple of fights that are kind of interesting, but the rest of the movie is just a slog.
Respected that they let Johnson take chances, but there probably should have been a no man there going, hey, like maybe this is not a great idea.
Well, just see Adam Driver's redemption arc wasn't even planned. That just
there should have been somebody
shoehorn that in there.
There should have been somebody at the beginning saying, "What is the 3-movie arc we're doing here?" Instead of the "let's make it up as we go along" strategy, because that's what really burned them. And made
Colin Trevorrow was supposed to make one, and he got kicked out real quick.
Wasn't
Finn's whole storyline as the like stormtrooper who was supposed to like there was so much that could have happened with his storyline that just got truncated into just trash.
How many directors did they go through? Wasn't the guy that did Cloverfield supposed to do one too?
No, not him.
Okay.
It was Josh Trank was supposed to do the Boba Fett movie.
Okay.
And then he fucked up the whole Fantastic Four thing and got fired from that.
Yeah, that was
Colin Trevorrow with Jurassic World, he fucked up and
he got
fired. Lord and Miller got fired midway through.
out of those.
On Solo, so they had to redo that. Then the Rogue One movie was supposed to be done by
So awesome.
No, that was supposed to be done by Snyder. He fucked that up.
Oof. I'm kind of glad he did because I like it way
And
better.
then they quietly fired Gareth Edwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Gareth Edwards.
And then
They've gone through a little
it.
upheaval for sure.
He did Godzilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's what I mixed that and Cloverfield together, I think. But hey, what's up, Puff? We need to get Puff on here. That's what I'm
Puff,
talking about.
you are welcome to come on. If you want to scroll ahead, we got the links up. This is an open show. We're talking a lot of film here, so you are always welcome, my fella, brother.
So looking at
comics too.
Looking at David Fincher's movies, I think Fight Club might squeak into the top 5.
You think?
Have you watched the Alien Assembly cut for Alien 3?
I haven't, but I don't hate Alien 3 as much as a lot of people do.
Yeah, I never did either. Yeah.
So the Assembly cut is so much better.
But
more
then
cohesive.
I think it's easy to hate Alien 4 and then respect what Alien 3 was. Alien 4 is such a disaster.
So a part of the problem was Michael Biehn and a couple of the other actors said, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, and walked off. And Michael Biehn has since said, you know what? I fucked up.
And I know that Sigourney Weaver wouldn't sign the contract unless they killed her character. And I know that hamstringed the whole story.
See, I thought that happened with what's his face that played Two-Face in Dark Knight too. I thought he said he just wanted to do one film was done.
I hadn't heard that from Aaron.
I heard that it was a couple years after it came out. Yeah, Aaron Eckhart. But I think he just wanted to do that one and then he was done. Heather, what's up?
He got to do the Wicker Man with Nick Cage.
With Nick Cage, there you go.
Oh, the Wicker Man.
I'm gonna
we couldn't get Dan to wear a sweater, but we got
John,
the reindeer and the party savior here.
Your wife would like that poster.
I'm repping.
It's a great poster, and I'm trying to get the kids to fully rewatch X-Files with us.
It's tough. Some of it's a little dated.
It's a long show too. There's a lot of seasons, and they were doing 25 something episodes.
Yeah, that's too long. I mean,
it's a
especially
lot
nowadays. But
I may go through and just cherry pick the best ones to watch. You know,
what I did with somebody was I did like the best Monster of the Week episodes, and then I picked the best mythology episodes. And so anything that was in between, I just kind of skipped them over.
I tried to do that with Star Trek: The Next Generation, and we only got a little ways.
That's a little harder, I think.
But we had watched most of the original Trek and all of the original movies, so we had gone a long ways.
Have you guys gone back and watched Amazing Stories, the Steven Spielberg series? They're on streaming now.
I haven't.
Holy shit, those are way better than I remembered.
They were very good. It was his way of doing Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it was Twilight Zone and Tales from the Dark Side. That old series.
But he had great. I mean, wasn't Kevin Costner in one of those? Where he was the pilot.
Like he had peak actors and directors come in to do these single episodes.
There was an entire.
Was this like 90s or something?
This was
late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah,
Jesus.
So it was like it was right around when he was doing like Dances with Wolves, and he was super popular. They did one of the episodes. I think it was the very first Amazing Stories. Was it was a World War II bomber plane?
Yes,
that goes out, and Costner's the pilot, I think. But Casey Siemaszko is in it, and there's a bunch of great actors all in this plane, and the plane takes damage, and so when they're coming back to land, they realize they can't lower the landing gear. And the guy in the belly gun is trapped, meaning when they land, they're going to crush him and he's going to die. And he's still alive. He's still in the turret, but they can't pivot it. The metal has fused and the landing gear won't lower. So they're going to belly land and they're just going to crush this guy. And they're trying to figure out, they're running out of time, running out of fuel. They got to figure out how to land. And so it's a great ensemble cast, claustrophobic, like, you're stuck in this plane and what are you going to do kind of thing.
Did you ever see Memphis Belle with John?
Great movie.
Oh, that is a fantastic B-52 World War II film for sure.
This is a very good show. I agree. But again,
dad made me watch it and I hated it when I was a kid, but I grew to like it.
Well, I think the issue with Northern Exposure is similar to some of the issues we're talking about with these other actors of like, you got to kill me off or whatever. Like the main actor on Northern Exposure wanted to leave the show, and they had to like they should keep the show going without the
Sandman
guy. And he went off, and his career just like crashed to the ground. But cool, like he was like sure he was going to be some big film actor or whatever, and he had a hit show.
Sean, welcome to the show.
What is up?
This guy.
This freaking guy over here.
What's going on, fellas?
Talking comics and movies.
Good to see you, sir.
Great to see you guys.
Escort in
Happy
Tampa.
holidays, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. Like
cheers.
Throw that Alvin in there, man.
There he is. Alvin.
What's that Christmas song they did that everybody, some people hate, but I love?
Christmas.
I love it.
Hey, I watch this every Christmas, man.
You know what? That's an underrated Christmas special. I was talking about the Yogi Bear one earlier, but that one's
underrated.
I watched this so many times. I even recorded it on VHS as a kid because I had to have it.
So there's legitimately one they never show. I saw it once on USA randomly. The Fat Albert Christmas special.
Man,
they never show that motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
And you know what's funny? I really miss the days when they showed all those Christmas specials on TV.
Yep.
Garfield Christmas,
Charlie Brown,
what
Frosty.
was the when Disney did their Christmas Carol one?
Yeah,
the Disney. They used to show that all the time. They show it.
Yeah,
it's probably on Disney
on ABC
now.
before the Sunday night movie.
Yeah,
God, I'm old. I remember that shit.
I lived on for all those. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all that.
Yep.
So I hate to do this, but my family just got back, so I may need to roll out here soon. I know that Sean just got here. I'm like such a dick about it, but
it's all good, man.
That I've been home alone all night, and then now they're just now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what's 7 o'clock your time? Almost 8.
It's 8. Yeah, it's 8. And so, all right, I'm gonna go do the family thing.
Merry Christmas, John.
Just to be a little bit with John.
Yeah, sorry, Sean. I'll catch you soon, man.
All right, thank you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, as soon as we get someone bigger than John in here.
Nah, man, I'm a nobody, man.
Yeah. No,
bro, I've been dying to have you on this show,
dude. I've been dying to have him on here. Shit.
I'm still planning. Like, we still gotta do that Rafe and Christine.
Episode. Hell yeah! So, have you ever watched Christine or The Wraith, Carlito?
No,
we did our John,
but I will now.
Yeah.
It's evil car movies. One's got Charlie Sheen.
And there's the Stephen King one, right?
Yeah, Christine.
That's Christine. Yeah. Yeah, I love Christine.
Mickey's
Christmas Carol. Yeah.
I remember that too. Hell yeah.
Who was
so gore?
Yeah, no shit, Dan. That's a good question, Comic Toby.
Who the fuck was Scrooge in it? Was it Scrooge McDuck as Scrooge? I mean, I guess I can't.
He's Scrooge.
Yeah, it's kind of tied in with Scrooge.
Yeah. But yeah, those Christmas specials was awesome.
Yeah, Dan, you got family right here, Dan. Right here.
I know. It's just it's that weird time of year because my mom just died past this time, so like it's always kind of a weird time of year for me. So that's why I do this, because Christmas Eve, if you don't have family, you don't have friends around, we're it. Like, come on, hang.
I got some family coming down tomorrow, so.
And not gonna lie, some of us got family, but we feel closer to people in this community. So
true.
I mean, my friend dropped off Christmas gifts yesterday. I'm not saying I opened them already, even though I said I wasn't.
Hey man, you ain't got the hold on to the rules. Open them whenever you want to.
No, that's true.
I might have gotten a movie that's not Flashdance, but it's called Slashdance. It's a horror movie.
What?
Yeah, I got some
horror movies. Shudder?
No, they gave me Blu-rays and 4Ks.
No, but is it on Shudder? Do you know?
It might be. Like, it's shitty enough that it's either on Tubi or Shudder.
Tubi, it's probably on Tubi. It's on the front one, probably.
Tubi's got everything.
They do have a lot.
Hey, one thing about those 80s movies, like, they could be shitty, but they were creative as hell. Like,
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Me and
Because
VV
you're
say
using
this
practical effects. There's no
Me and VV
CGI.
say this all the time, but cocaine needs to return to Hollywood.
I said that too.
All the time.
Yes,
Because
Dan
that
mentioned
was
that a
when
couple times.
they were just out of their minds with the creativity of they did.
Yeah, because I mean,
Oh,
honestly,
shit.
the whole Schwarzenegger Stallone era,
Yep.
Stallone was never going to do over the top.
Good point.
Apparently, they came back 7 times to him, and he was like, "Well, I can't turn this down. Fuck."
And this was after he did Cobra, which was supposed to be Beverly Hills Cop, but he's like, nah,
Yes!
he's gonna do all action and all that stuff.
Dude, they're doing a Beverly Hills Cop sequel. I can't wait.
I
for
saw
it.
that. I saw the trailer for that.
Can't wait.
I'll when it comes out, I'll watch it, but I'm not having high expectations.
Oh,
Eddie
no,
America was
expectations.
Eddie
I'm
Murphy
just saying I
lost
can't
that
wait.
shine.
Like
He's not
he-
edgy
he-
anymore.
he brought it back with My Name is Dolomite,
Yes.
but then he did Coming to America, and it was like,
Yeah.
But you know what, though?
Back again.
Michael
I think
Jai
he's
White
still
with
a little
Black
bit left.
Dynamite outdid him.
man, Black Dynamite. Don't get me started with Black Dynamite.
Michael Jai White.
Dude,
I love that movie.
It is. It's awesome.
I
Michael
love
Jai
that
White's
movie.
the truth.
I still need to
It's
watch
pretty dope.
the recent one that he came out with. I know people say don't go into it expecting it to be similar to Black Dynamite because it's much more serious.
oh, what was his recent one?
It was the cowboy one.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember seeing something about that.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's wearing the same jacket.
Oh, dude, Murphy don't age to me. I mean, anyway, he hasn't aged, but
Yeah, they brought John Taggart.
He's kind of become like the African American Nick Cage, though, where he'll do like an Oscar movie and then does shit for the money, and then he'll come back, do an Oscar movie, and then do it for the money again.
Like he killed it with Dreamgirls, but then he had Norbit come out, and I was like, man, does this need to come out around that time?
but he ages like Tom Cruise. I mean, they're both the same age as they were in the freaking 80s.
Bro, I can't watch Tom Cruise
Telling
run
you.
anymore.
That's just because he broke his ankle. That's why.
I'm getting a bit tired of Mission Impossible now because it's like how many times does he do these missions where he's jumping off cliffs and
So he's
stuff?
like 80.
It's getting to the point where it's almost like they trying to outdo the Fast franchise with all the over the top stuff they doing
For
there.
sure.
Have they gotten to space yet? Because Fast and Furious got real close.
I thought they did go to space in
Yeah,
one,
I
which
thought
I
they
haven't
did.
seen.
What? I mean, they were suborbital.
Hey,
like,
Okay,
I
that's
can't
not
remember. I
technically-
know I stopped about after 7, so I was like, I
No,
didn't see
Mission
the last
oh
Impossible
no,
when you can
Fast
do that
10.
shit.
They went like
Yeah, that's what it was. I think I didn't see it, but
Ludacris was substratus.
Yeah, I was like, man, they are reaching, but they keep making money and they keep making sequels, and it's like, oh,
But then again, these are the same motherfuckers that wanted to make The Rock being Jack Burton's son from Big Trouble in Little China.
no.
no,
There ain't no way that was coming from Kurt Russell.
No.
That's crazy.
Unless that big monster had sex with him and made.
By the way,
Rock be the kid.
I just wanted to shout out to my brother, even though I hate the Dolphins because I'm a Cowboys fan. Congrats on the W today.
Listen, I was
Little
rooting for the
bro.
Bucks to lose, and those motherfuckers won today. Like,
Oh, so you're a Bucks fan. All right. I see how it
yeah,
is.
like I've been for way too many years, like 30 years. The shit hurts.
I'm a
San
lowly
Bernardino.
New York Giants fan.
I
Oh,
grew up in New York. I can't root for them. I
you know what, though? The Giants ain't as bad as the Eagles. I freaking
Fuck
hate
the
the
Eagles.
Eagles.
I hate
Hate them.
I hate the Eagles, but I hate the Cowboys because of their delusional.
No.
Like,
No.
every Cowboy fan I encounter, they tend to
Oh, come
So-
on,
be
man.
delusional.
I'm
funny
for
story.
no. Once we get to the playoffs, Dak's gonna blow it. That's just how we do. That's how Romo did it. That's how every QB does it since.
Funny
Aikman,
story.
so
I had to be
it's
escorted
fine.
out of Veteran Stadium.
What?
Me and my buddy flew up there for the last game in the vet. The NFC Championship game, the Bucks and the Eagles. Security came over in the third quarter, sat by us, and they're like, "You guys aren't leaving when the game ends. Like, we're gonna have to escort you out because you're gonna get your ass kicked."
God dang it, Dan. Gore, I'm not going to disagree with that, but I will say Miami's cheerleaders.
Hey,
I mean, it's
Chef's kiss.
at
I
least
mean,
they protected you because it's Philly, the city
Oh,
of
no.
unbrotherly love.
fucking Philly.
so famously, they have a prison and a judge underneath that stadium. I remember when they first instituted that judge and court there to book people at the stadium. Live TV, this guy, they're like, the judge is making a whole show of it. He goes, "Do you know what you're here for?" He goes, "Yeah, Troy Aikman's the F word."
Damn.
And the judge starts losing mind. He goes, "That's it. You're gone." And the guy goes, "It's not my fault, Troy." And he just goes in again about
Jesus.
And
I'm pretty sure
life. It's a different world back then. That's all I gotta say. Like, just.
I'm pretty sure Gotti's buried under the Meadowlands. I'm just gonna say that. Right,
you know, Philly's the birthplace of ECW, so you ain't gonna have no upstanding fans.
So, like, I'm having this existential thing because the Royal Rumble's in Tampa next month.
Man, I'm
my birthday week.
You going?
Tickets are $133.
I looked and I was like, fuck. And plus,
Sasha Banks is coming back.
These days, I don't even know.
Sasha Banks is coming back for the Royal Rumble, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But supposedly, she's signed to come back. Then they got NXT happening in Melbourne, right where I live. $20 tickets.
And the NXT show is on Saturday, right? Or Friday?
It's on a Friday.
Man,
it's pre-taped, but I was like, man, like $20, $133.
You can't pass up. The $20 is well worth it.
I mean, the Royal Rumble though is like.
I know, but it depends on your fundings and stuff.
Yeah.
I missed the opportunity to go last time when it was in Orlando. AJ Styles debuted there, and I missed out on that.
Oh.
And the Royal Rumbles where shit always seems to happen. Like, past people come back, and I'm like, fuck, man, like, the seats suck, but it's 133. It might be worth going. It's at the Trop. So it's St. Pete, and that's even fucking more fucked out parking.
Yeah. But I wanted to go, but MegaCon is like right after that. And I do plan on going there to meet some community members.
So I'm probably going to be at MegaCon this year because our friend Fire Guy Ryan is going to be there promoting his comic. So I want to go support him. Sweet. And my buddy Tessa is probably going to be there. Gambit, my co-host, is going to be set up. So, like, I got the week off. So it's my birthday that week. So I'm going to probably go and support. So I'm going to try for a day. I'm still mad. I think.
I'm only going to be there Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday's probably going to be my day.
Saturday is usually the day I want to avoid, but I don't want to miss anybody who comes on the Saturday, and that's it.
So I got to bring up something. So Spider-Man has sucked lately. I saw that Greg Capullo.
I heard somebody laughing. Was that somebody at your place, Dan?
No.
Okay.
I saw Greg Capullo put that splash page of Spider-Man out the other day. If he's doing the regular art, I'm in.
I want to jump back into Spider-Man, but
even with Capullo, so
bad. The Nick Spencer run drove me off the title, so I was like, I have not read Spider-Man.
The Zeb Wells one's worse.
Nick Spencer.
Yeah,
the Zeb Wells one is worse.
I mean, I'll probably get the Capullo issue when he first do it, but I ain't gonna stick with it
because he's doing those McFarlane webs.
Yeah, and I remember when I met him a couple years ago, and we was talking about it. He was like, "Man, I would love to draw Spider-Man," because he had ideas of what he would do with Spider-Man. So now he's getting the chance to fulfill those.
So Marvel gave him a fuck ton of money to come over.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very overjoyed because my buddy Gambit knows him.
Man, I met Capullo 3 years in a row. He's an awesome guy.
No, he's very down to earth. But so in Puerto Rico, my friend Gambit does all the emceeing for their stuff. So he knows Gail Simone and all them. So I'm like, all right, like, come to daddy. Bring them.
Gambit needs to do my first tattoo. That's all I'm saying. I need to schedule that.
Come down here.
Like what? 3 years from now, I can get in with him.
No. His booking's not too bad lately.
About a year out.
Down.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have gotten Tessa in with him when she was here. Motherfucker showed up at my house.
I just want to say cheers to you guys. And yeah, Sean, thanks for being here, man.
Hey,
No, like I've been trying to get Sean on here for years. And
hey, yeah, it was an open invite. It's Christmas Eve. I wasn't really doing
yeah.
nothing, even though I left a comment on somebody's post because they posted the scene from "Don't Be a Menace," the church scene, and the pastor speech. So I just commented his whole the name of the church, that the damn church is longer than the movie title, and I got like 60 likes on that comment.
Listen,
who's account? I don't want to go like.
Don't Be a Menace to South Central while sipping your juice in the hood. It's one of the best commentary movies other than CB4. And CB4 is the best fucking movie. I have a 4K copy of it. I don't even know why the fuck I have a 4K copy of it. Just see Pootie Tang whipping that guy's ass in the coffin.
But look, Pootie Tang, I remember when I first watched Pootie Tang, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching here? What is this shit? But I saw it come on again, and I had to watch it. And then I watched it again. And the movie just kept sucking me in. And I became a fan. I'm
a fan of Big Sean's dance ass because he says tippy tail, tippy tail. That's like Pootie Tang. It's such a dumb movie. And there's movies like Dodgeball was another one where I
love Dodgeball.
I watched it. I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? And then I found myself quoting it.
Oh,
but CB4 is the motherfucker where, like, when that shit starts creeping into your reality, it's bad.
Did you see Fear of the Black Hat?
Yes.
That's just as good. Just as good. Like,
I gotta watch that
got
now,
all the attention, but Fear of the Black Hat was just as good.
Like, I'm a hip hop head, and when you do a fucked up like
list.
Spinal Tap version of like NWA, I'm gonna watch it. If you do one of like Wu-Tang, I'm gonna watch it. So when I had Rodney Barnes on talking about Philadelphia, he started talking about the Wu-Tang biopic he did.
Ooh.
And getting weird fucking calls in the middle of the night from the RZA. Where he's like 3 o'clock in the morning, the RZA told me to come to his house, like his hotel. Like, what the fuck am I gonna say? No.
Nope.
So he showed up there and he's got a pad. He's just writing down random thoughts. And they had to meet Young Dirty Bastard, not Old Dirty Bastard, but Young Dirty.
Speaking of random thoughts, I kind of had some karma today when I played Wiz Khalifa, We Them Boys, after the Cowboys went up 2019 with 3 minutes left. And then the Dolphins come down and kick a field goal. I'm like, yep, I deserve that shit, because I was at my brother's and I played that. And I'm like, yeah, We Them Boys. And then he's like shaking his head. And then a couple minutes later, boom, Dolphins win.
I will shamelessly plug. I have a hip hop account on Instagram if you're interested in following that.
Oh yeah,
Hip Hop CDs 83. I post my CD collection and some videos
right now.
And I grew up in the East Coast, so
I'm New York.
Yeah, I'm Brooklyn.
Okay,
right
I'm Long Island.
East Blackish. And
so
my grandmother
Public Enemy.
My grandmother lived in Hempstead. For a time.
Right by me. So Public Enemy was huge where I live. So. Like, I remember the girls wearing the LL Cool J shit back in the day with the stop signs on their ass.
Yeah. And, I'm more East Coast, but I dabble with South and West.
You know what's funny? In the whole, like, East versus West shit, I was all, like, with Tupac, but then once he was gone, I pretty much switched to East Coast. Because, yeah.
I bounce around like the southern stuff for a while. Dude, was like really heavy for me. T.I.
Memphis Bleak, goddamn, like
I love T.I.'s early work.
Jadakiss, dude, a lot of freaking hip hop on the East Coast.
So I got a lot of dudes I work with at work, and we had when 50 Cent and T.I. were beefing about what was bigger. Man, who had the best catalog? And I'm like,
South?
Who didn't beef with 50 Cent? That dude.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was like
true. Good point.
Was it King? Get Rich or Die Trying? Like, they're both fucking monsters.
If you didn't have a beef with 50 Cent, you were nobody, in my opinion, kind of.
50 Cent dragging Diddy's name in the mud.
I'm a De La Soul guy.
Oh, I love
Public Enemy. The Roots, Far Side were Tribe Called Quest. So like I'm more of like the low end. So of course, like Kendrick comes out, I'm like, all right, like I'm vibing on this motherfucker. And then J. Cole comes out, I'm like, all right, I'm really vibing on this motherfucker. And then there's a bunch of dudes.
Brother?
Huh?
Little Brother?
I ain't heard that.
Check out Little Brother.
Dude, the Locks,
Dante
man. The
and-
Locks.
The Locks were good.
I love the Locks, but
Hell
check
yeah.
out Little Brother. Hey, and
The Locks had one of the.
Even Mace. I love Mace.
I'll say this. Before you get into their catalog, watch their recent documentary, May the Lord Watch. You watch that, you see their story, and then you be like, nah, you're going to really get into their music.
Where's Vanilla Ice on the list? He had one of the greatest skits with Jim Carrey.
I will say, though, and I had this discussion, so this couple, I watched their dogs for him a couple weeks ago.
Ninja, go,
I had this list I made of 99 rappers are my favorite, and Jay-Z ain't one because I hated Jay-Z so much. Even though I respect few of his songs, like I just hated. I don't know what it was. I just hated Jay-Z. I hated him.
That was coming for some reason.
As soon as I said 99 rappers,
I was a big Jay-Z fan.
I'm a Nas guy.
I'm telling Nas, yes, I love Nas.
I'll admit, like I was a Jay fan, but when Ether dropped, I shed a tear for Jay.
Oh, Ether was fucked up.
Dude, I don't know. God, I don't know what it was. Like, I didn't not like the man.
That literally was the greatest feud no one died in.
But like Meth Bleak and a lot of the other people he hung around with and started up, like I love, but Jay-Z just, God, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. I tried.
I love that Jim Carrey Vanilla Ice impersonation.
Oh my God.
And Living Color was the shit, bro.
Living Color was.
Are you ready for Freddy? Yes, I remember the Fat Boys doing that.
Bro, the amount of times I watched Disorderlies as a kid.
Oh yeah.
that movie was crazy.
Fucking Jim Carrey, goddamn.
No, Disorderlies was fucking. That was great.
And you know, as a kid, like your parents don't think that movie is like they think it's the Fat Boys just for kids. And then you see the scene where the girls run by naked. You were winding it multiple times.
Well, even fuck all that. House Party 3 or 4 when Bernie Mac goes full Bernie Mac.
Yeah, I love the scene of the family. The family. That's
I'll cut you.
My wife you're talking about.
I'll cut you. That's the rules.
I know your name. They're calling you Jawbone.
Jawbone. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh.
Who you with, boy? Uncle Fester. Who you with, boy? Uncle Fester.
Oh man.
Freaking Bernie Mac.
I'm glad.
Listen,
I'm glad
y'all got to go back and watch. You got to watch House Party 3 and 4.
No. Avoid 4.
Oh.
Avoid 4. That was the one.
I don't even know if I've seen 4. I've only seen up to 3.
Well, House Party 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Watch the first 3 and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't watch 4. Don't watch.
I didn't know there was a 4th. Oh, dude,
watch
I'm out of the loop on that
3.
one.
But Bernie Mac was at his prime. That was when he was still doing
R.I.P. Bernie, man. Damn.
Yeah, man.
I think he was like my age when he passed.
In the 90s before
Scary.
he blew up.
I love him. Jawbone. No.
I love him in Who the Man with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre.
Dude, I loved him in freaking Transformers. It was a minor ass role. I loved it.
Which one was that?
The first one.
Shit, I don't even
What
remember.
about Bumblebee?
That
It's a
shows
car
you
dealership.
like with Transformers, like
Oh, the second one and shit, they're garbage. But yeah, the
like
first one.
The first one
I
I
like
ain't
the
watched
first
in a
one.
while, so I don't even remember this small one.
I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, like I remember watching. I think randomly one night it was just on. I just like, and it was Bernie Mac at the Carla dealership, and I'm like,
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yeah.
selling Bumblebee to what's his face, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia.
Yeah.
I gotta go off topic for 1 minute because I gotta just ask Sean.
What? You gotta go off topic? Wow, that's weird.
What's your
anyway?
hip-hop, what's your hip hop album or track of the year?
Oh,
Wait, of this year?
Yeah,
Or like overall?
this year.
See, here's the thing with me. When it comes
There's
to
better
new
tracks
music,
than albums at this point.
when it comes to music, I listened to some new stuff. I'll say the recent song by Arrested Development was great. With Chuck
Wait,
D
Arrested
and-
Development's got new shit out?
What?
Yeah, check it out. Hip Hop Saved My Life.
Are you
Check it
fucking
out.
kidding me?
Hip Hop Saved My Life.
Holy
The beat
shit.
will hook you instantly. Chuck
I
D,
gotta check that
Grandmaster
out.
Caz, look that up. That came
shit.
out like last month or the beginning of the
All
year.
right.
I did not
Arrested
know anything
Development,
about it.
I didn't know they had shit coming out.
Yeah.
To be fair, I haven't been into hip hop since like 2012. So
And that's the thing. Like to go back to what you were saying. Like I'm still living in the 90s. Bro.
dude,
Yeah.
I'm not. So I'm
Like,
not gonna lie.
this-
Most of it
this-
seems
if
pretty
you-
mass
If you see
produced
my
and shit
hip hop
these days.
page, you're gonna see some 2000 stuff and some stuff that's recent. Like
Yeah.
Torre and Marco Polo's new album is a banger. I love their stuff there. 3D Nati from New
Jeff.
Orleans, she dropped a new album. Awesome. What up, Jeff?
Jeff
What?
needs to come on.
Yo,
Jeff, you're welcome to join the
Cantonese,
if you're
you scroll up. You got the welcome, bro.
Dude, I need to see some recent Frazetta stuff. Jeff, get on here. I know, dude. I'm in love with Sarah Frazetta. I'm not gonna lie.
So
Italian.
I've been on the
she's-
West
I like
Coast shit lately, but Ab Soul's last album.
Oh, Absol is nice.
Oh my god, that last album was fucking fire. And
So-
like it was one of those philosophical albums where like shit just hit me in a weird way where I was like, all right, like yeah. And then J. Cole does a weird track with J Hope from fucking BTS. And I know what it's about. Like I know it's completely about marketing. The motherfucker name dropped Golden Corral. Like y'all hit me.
Oh damn!
The Golden Corral.
Holy
like-
shit!
You drop a Golden Corral reference, you got me.
And I ain't been to
Because
a
it was
Golden Corral in a
in
long
Florida.
time. There's one
Dude,
right
that's
along.
been ages. That was some popular shit back in the day, though.
Yeah. Like it's weird because I still mid 2000s rap still is like in my wheelhouse.
I'm looking at. So I'm
Every
looking
now and
at
again, there's some guys, but Absol's one of the ones who I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna check what you got. There's a song "Go Off" by him that I like, and then "Positive Vibes Only," which hit me real hard.
Yeah, there's songs out there that like you connect
And
with
then-
emotionally.
Kendrick's last album was all like a therapy session.
dude. I was just looking up my most recent hip hop albums. T.I. Paper Trail was the last one I bought.
Listen,
God,
great
damn.
fucking album.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, like that's the last one I bought.
I'm still listening to T.I.'s
Shit.
Rubber Band Man.
You know, another thing, if you check my hip hop page, I'll be posting a lot of CDs that I get from overseas.
Yo,
Yeah, hell yeah.
What up, Jeff?
yo, what's up, Cantonese kid?
Music. Yeah.
Oh wait.
It's
Jeff's
weird
on
not
here.
being on his
Oh
G-spot
shit!
spot.
Yeah, it's weird being without the G spot, man. Damn.
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
you got some
Merry
Frazetta art. I
Christmas.
know you got some Frazetta art. Come on, let's see that shit.
I got Frazetta stuff, but not art.
Hey, Jeff
Damn.
always got his stuff right next to him. Man.
Already.
Pretty much.
He be
Oh,
ready.
let's see it. Let's cue it up.
He be ready.
This thing.
Damn.
Ooh.
Oh,
Whoa, wait,
Ghost
what?
Spider.
Damn.
damn, son.
It's collected edition, and it got
Holy
his covers in it. First 5 issues, so it got all his the covers
Nice.
he did too.
Nice.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
So
Got
I
that.
gotta tell you, my friend Gambit, he's doing private commissions for all Chaos and all of like Frazetta stuff. So if you have solo covers you want to do, he's doing them pretty cheap.
that's cool.
And he's done all of the Linsner sketch art stuff.
Hey, Jeff, I don't know if you heard, but Dan said he's going to try and at least make MegaCon one day.
One day,
All right,
Saturday.
Where is MegaCon at?
It's online.
It's in Orlando.
Oh, of course
Yeah.
it is. All right. I
gotta
was gonna
hang out
go
with
last
him
year
one
and
day.
then something happened, but
if you can, man, just make it one day, and we'll hang. We'll hang out and whatever, and after because that's what we.
Hey, once Dan hangs out with us, he's going to be officially a member of our.
I mean,
crew.
digging.
He's gonna have to hang out with us at least a few times in the year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know on beachside over in Cape Canaveral.
Because one thing I love about hanging out with Jeff, Steve, and them is that they take your mind off the stressful weeks that you go
Oh
through.
yeah.
And we just have a blast, man. Like I did a live stream on my channel at Steve's house, with all the guys together, and it was just an amazing experience.
Well, it looked like G-Spot had a hell of a time.
Oh yeah, G man, like when he sees you, he's gonna give you the hug of death. That man it's like a vice grip. He's gonna bring you in like a bear hug. He was so happy to see all of us, man.
Dude, I love my bear hugs. He's got
he'll bear hug, man. He'll hug you. You'll be like, well, where's the strength coming from?
the one I will say, I'm not a boaster, but I will say the one thing I always get complimented on is my bear hugs. So we'll just go there.
That's a humble brag.
A little humble brag, I mean, the whiskey's talking, so
It give you them strong bear hugs that cracks your back, and you're like, damn, man, you don't crack my back, man. I'm feeling good now.
Yeah. Hey, it's a free chiropractor session, whatever. It's fine.
So Jeff, now we're off the G-Spot spot. What you buying now?
Little bit of everything, man. I'm even looking at some Golden Age stuff. That's
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, in that rabbit hole.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're gonna be a Frazetta fan, you're gonna fall down that rabbit hole eventually.
Yeah. Dude, I remember seeing some. I think it was Conan stuff that Frazetta did, and I didn't pick it up. It was like half price books, and then like 2 days later, I was like, "God damn it, I got to go back and get that shit." It was all.
It wasn't.
Yeah, fucking God! I was like so pissed at myself.
It happens.
Conan's a book that goes through like little splurges where it's like it's down, then up, then down again, then up.
But I just wanted to have it for the art. Like I didn't even want to flip or nothing. I mean, I used to buy books to like flip when I watched Comic Tom and shit, like top 10. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this and then flip it, and then I keep everything that I buy. I'm like, nah, I don't want to sell that. I'm gonna keep it. But damn, such good art, man. And it was like the oversized stuff too.
The treasuries
like
I
regular
love.
size, but
treasury editions.
There was some treasury shit. Oh, there was like a Superman versus Batman, or Superman versus
Muhammad
Hulk,
Ali,
or Muhammad Ali. One of those
Muhammad
two.
Ali one is treasury,
and I missed it, and I'm like, I got to go back and get it, and it was gone. I'm like, God damn it.
So at this point, I'm picking up the Godzilla shit because all the Silver Age Godzilla, it's hard to get, and it's hard to get in good condition.
Right.
Speaking of treasury, I picked this up early in the year.
Oh,
damn!
My dog.
Look at that.
Is that Buscema?
Who is that?
Yeah, it's Buscema.
Buscema?
Yeah, I thought so.
I like Buscema.
But yeah, it's like the one I try and avoid treasuries because like where the fuck am I gonna put them?
yeah.
And then I look at.
I got you guys. I got Sean beat. Where am I going to?
Oh my god, dude! Look at that shit. He just whips out the fucking gold, like boom.
Yeah.
I got you beat.
This one or the other one?
You ain't got to steal my thunder, bro. Like,
I'm just messing with you.
Talking about the book that I got.
I'm just messing with you.
I got y'all beat.
I'm just messing with you.
I got y'all beat.
Yeah, but that honestly, man, it's like hard to find treasuries or any other like that stuff. It's like, where the hell am I gonna put it?
There was like I think a Hulk versus Wolverine treasury, maybe, or something like that. Dude, man, there's so many treasuries that passed on, and the next day I'm like, I need to go back and get that, and it's gone.
That's my dog.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Listen, the stuff. I know his shit. He's kind of racist.
But you know what, though? Like, if you just kind of push that away for a second,
it's hard to push away when
it is.
Think a bunch of times, but
if you do it, it's like, oof, man, look at that art.
This stuff, this is prime.
Well, you're gonna have to come out to MegaCon. He actually is coming to MegaCon, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I looked
I
at
can't pay
yeah.
$200 for him to sign shit though.
Like the last time you were there, it was like an arm, a leg, a kidney. You got yourself.
Oh yeah.
you only need one kidney, so I'm down to sell one to go there.
Not for a sig though. Not. I'll donate a kidney to save a life. But
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess
Well,
if I sell it for that, I won't have one to donate. That sucks.
There's that original art expo going on over in Orlando too. With
and that one ticket I already looked. One day it's like 110. That's for one day.
One
and the
day?
commissions are
Damn.
quite a lot.
That's one day, but Amanda Connor, like I looked at the artist list, Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti, like a whole bunch of artists, Adam Hughes, like a bunch of artists are gonna be there. So
the guy who does the Sean he does the White Knight.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's up there.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Sean Gordon Murphy's up there too.
yeah, all of like a bunch of artists are up there, and then on top of that, there's gonna be vendors with all original art stuff there too, and then it's like 110. I'm like, for one day, I'm like,
damn,
dude, that's almost a 4-day ticket for MegaCon.
If you got it's one of those things. If you got a bankroll and you want a piece of original art, I mean, I'm the motherfucker sitting here. I've got 2 Tula original art pieces, and then I've got a early Extreme Studios Dead Blood Strike sitting on my wall. But I found a art dealer for stuff for Barcelona artists that's super cheap.
Oh boy.
I might have bought one piece for my co-host that fairly cheap from the Philip Kennedy Johnson run of Action Comics.
Oh, that's cool.
It was going to be on my show, weirdly enough.
For me?
In 2 weeks.
Are you talking about me?
No, the cuter one.
Oh. Okay. Wait. The cuter one? What the hell are you talking about?
If you don't get that.
Are you talking about Gambit? Are you talking about Gambit? I guess he's cuter. Yeah. I'll give you that.
He does my tattoos, so yeah.
He's cuter. I'll give you that.
Why wouldn't... Okay, so why would it be so expensive for an OA show? You get exclusive access to these
OA show is, I mean, that's like comic books NYC shit right there.
And there's some very good original artists that were at this show. And it's nothing.
It's original art. It's not comic book. It's original art.
So basically, if you're going to this show, you already know what you're getting into. If you're buying original art, you're looking at $500 a piece.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's the small pieces. The splash pages are going to be like at least 1,000.
If it's a cover, you're looking at 1,000 more.
Like,
if it's a page,
as original art is, like, I'm not financially ready to dive into that.
I'm with you, Sean.
I bought some dumb shit before for friends for original art.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I got from Hoarder's Hide. What's his face? God damn, I can't remember his name right now. Anyway, I got a decent original art from him for Deathstroke, and dude, I will forever be grateful.
Yeah,
but
no, if
Scott,
you go directly through
Scott from Hoarder's Hide,
if you go directly through the artist, you're usually or their direct dealer, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
If you're going to a show, no way.
Forget it.
He got it like in the mid '90s or some shit, so it wasn't like he bought it now, but still.
So I got lucky. I got Scotty Young pretty early into his career. I got him doing a Rocket Raccoon for $80.
Dude, you could not get that now.
No,
it'd be like what, twice that at least.
So the trick is going to artists that maybe they're on their way up, but they're not to that level yet.
When I got that piece done by Brian Stelfleet on the Black Panther Shuri, I think I paid like $80 for that, and it was gorgeous.
God,
Stelfreeze he's a man though. Like
it was good. And the funny thing was that he wasn't doing Black Panther. Like he's like no Black Panther and stuff. I didn't know why. I didn't question it. But, when he gave me an option of what to do, I was like, how about Shuri? And he's like, which Shuri? You like movie Shuri? And his face lit up. It was like, oh wow, I never did movie Shuri. So he put his foot into that, and it was gorgeous.
Hell yeah.
It was gorgeous, man, and it made my day. Because what I remember that VegaCon, when we had the wrist badges, it was the third day. I had 4 days, and I lost my wrist badge leaving that Saturday. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, I'm not repaying for that Sunday. So, but thank God I picked it up on the Saturday, because if I had to pick it up Sunday and I lost my wrist badge, then I have to pay just to get it.
Now, Stealth Reese is a good dude. Like, I've talked to him at many a show, and he, like, outside George Perez, he's one of the nicest dudes I've talked to.
Yeah, he was awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was the last MCU movie I was invested in. I'm just being straight up honest right now.
I think a lot of people was invested in it because they want to see how they was gonna do this movie.
Dude, I'm telling you, like the way they treated Chadwick Boseman.
Well, Chadwick's nephew is the younger I forget what his name was in it. I don't know if they even said it. He was the younger T'Challa.
But I mean, the way they treated that, like, I respect that, and it was good. But after that, Disney just fucking dropped the ball. I'm not gonna mince words. Fucking blew it. Ant-Man sucked.
Listen,
yeah,
there's a giant Eternal out in the ocean.
Miss Marvel's the Miss Marvel's was okay. It wasn't that bad as what people said it was, but it wasn't great either. So that's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm sure Sean and Jeff might have different opinions.
I like the Miss Marvel show because it was different. It's not.
Oh, the show. See, I didn't see the show.
Yeah,
but the movie
TV show was different, and they did change a lot of things of the characters. I'm not going to sit here and say go watch it. You have to like just want to check out the characters.
I will say that Kamala Khan or whatever the Miss Marvel, that was the best part of the movie, but I did not watch the show, so I don't know.
Yeah, I have not watched the Marvels yet.
The Marvels it was okay. It was okay. It was
what
not
I hear
the
is
worst.
everything's subpar so far.
Eternals was probably worse, I will say. I enjoyed the Marvels more than the Eternals, but it was slight. Very slight.
I still haven't watched the Eternals.
I watched it.
I haven't either.
I remember wanting to watch it, but I didn't watch it.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It just didn't gravitate to me. And every time I say I'm gonna watch it, I don't watch it.
One thing that, because I'm a continuity schnob, and also just the way that they don't address at the end where there's like a giant fucking being in the planet that's like frozen.
No, why would we want
to? Nobody talks about it after that. It's just like disappears. It's kind of annoying.
Like, made that shit Krakoa.
No.
Yeah, Riri was a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest, she didn't even need to be in the movie.
No,
she really didn't. But I will say, the Iron Man aspect of it was I kind of like that. Not gonna lie. I do miss that aspect of the MCU, the Iron Man aspect. But that said, yes, NorCal is correct. Riri was really disappointing as far as depth of character.
Namor was good, but
Namor was all right. I thought, that was
another domestic abuser. Like, you just can't get enough of those in the fucking Marvel.
I'd say I was never a big Namor fan. Like, every time he showed up in the comics, like, oh, this ankle wing bastard. Can't stand him, man. He always hitting on Sue Storm or Sue Richards in the Fantastic Four. Dude, he joins the X-Men just to get with Emma Frost.
Dude, so true.
I was like, this dude ain't nothing but a fucking arrogant piece of shit. That's how I always felt with him. I never liked him.
It's just that dude trying to slide in.
Sliding
in the DMs in the past. You're still going hard? What?
I mean,
Chaos. We're always going hard. You got to ask me and Dan that, really? I mean,
listen,
seriously.
I'm not comfortable with the question.
I'm comfortable with it. Yes, we're going hard.
It is now on the East Coast, 11:30. We're almost to Christmas.
Oh, it's
Let's see the
10:30 in Central Standard Time, which is
I'm not doing shots.
Which is correct American time right now. Just saying.
I don't feel comfortable doing shots right now.
Why not? Let's do shots.
Because I'm not doing shots of fucking.
Let's do shots, Dan.
No, I'm not doing shots of scotch or bourbon.
It's Christmas Eve. Let's do shots.
Here's the bottle.
You want to do a bottle shot? All right.
No, he's asking where the bottles are.
Bottles. Okay. Oh, that's weak. Weak.
No, it's just fine. I don't need to get shit faced before
see the shot. I mean, yeah, I want to see the shots too. I want to do bottles, swigs. Let's do it.
Listen, I already have a broken tooth. I don't need to do this.
So what you're saying is you're in pain and you need to do more alcohol, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I got off of work all day and I'm good.
Don't matter.
See, I'll say this: if I join you guys' show, I'm probably gonna be the only one to not take shots because I'm not that type of a drinker. So
I normally don't do shots, but I will tonight because
I'm not a shot guy either. I swig.
Yeah,
I ain't either. So
sip is the analogy. Jesus, Scully, really? She just wants to be the star of the show.
The cats are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
I'm surprised she didn't put her butthole in front of the camera earlier.
Coming. It's almost midnight.
I mean, it'll probably happen eventually, I'm sure. Just boop.
I love watching cats on Instagram when people post cats and it's just ridiculous stuff.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. It was not an ugly sweater. This is not an ugly sweater. This is the goat right here. What are you talking about? The goat. Ain't ugly. It's beautiful.
So, like, I guys got
it's the Michael Jordan of sweaters. That's all I'm gonna
what
say.
are you guys buying currently that you're enjoying?
I'm enjoying the current Blade book.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, this is interesting because I haven't bought a comic in 6 months.
Yeah, the new what was it? The new Vampy Unholy by Caprice is really getting decent.
Oh,
so it's pretty decent.
Getting decent.
That one.
No, it's decent. It's been decent. It's decent, and then the Fire and Ice is actually been pretty good. What'd you thought?
See, I was so mad that I couldn't join because I had special guests came over out of nowhere, and I was like, I forgot about the show. I'm like, shit, I gotta tell Jeff I ain't gonna be able to make it.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna wait until all six now since it's gonna take a little bit longer than we I'm just gonna wait until all 6 issues and then just do a big show at the when the 6th issue comes.
Because it was a long wait from 1 to 2.
Yeah, but understood why. I watched the new interview with Sarah and I understood why, because she didn't want to upheave the artist on it and then change artists and right in the middle of the run or whatever it is. So understandable.
What about you, Dan?
I have been going back and rereading a lot of older shit. And weirdly, Conan is one of them that I've been rereading. Of course,
yeah.
And some of them are really terrible. Some of them are really good.
Some of them are really good.
I love
they put out the old compendiums of them, so they've been interesting to go back and was it Roy Thomas? A lot of his old ones I've been reading.
Dude, you know, my most embarrassing moment, and I hate to say this out loud in front of, millions of YouTube viewers, but
all 400 of them.
I went to a Comic-Con in Des Moines about 10,
I heard all
12
there
years
is in
ago.
Des Moines is beer, steers, and queers.
That's
Where
about
are you?
right. That's about right. But I mean, it's grown a little bit, but that was 10 years ago. That was about right. So yeah, I saw him at Comic-Con, and honestly, at first I didn't know who he was until he said his name. I was like, "Who the fuck are you, dude?" And he's like talking about all this cool shit, and I'm just like, "What's your name again?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm Roy Thomas." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Wait a minute, so they didn't have a banner with his name on
No,
it?
yeah,
No,
really?
dude. This was before banners. This was like just little booths,
Before banners.
little booths. It was like the Des Moines.
Not even the little cards with his name
Nope,
on it.
no cards, no nothing. Just like little booths. I'm like, who the fuck is this old dude? It was Roy Thomas. I'm like, and he starts talking. I'm like, why is he talking about comics I like? And I remember, I was like, oh shit. And he's like, yeah, I'm Roy Thomas. I'm like, oh my god, okay. But yeah, dude, cool shit.
Roy Thomas is awesome.
I'm Roy fucking Thomas. That's who I
Roy
am.
fucking Thomas. Yeah, NorCal, you laugh it up. It's true. It's a true story. I was dressed up as Deathstroke for that Comic-Con, by the way. It was a local Comic-Con with like maybe 150 people.
It was
My-
good
my-
that you're
I
out
don't
there
even
being a
think there was
basic
that many
bitch.
people. But it was like, yeah, it was a basic Deathstroke at that shit. And it was awesome.
Speaking of Deathstroke, my biggest missed opportunity was not
Perez.
meeting George Perez.
God damn, me too, man.
Man,
Me
like the
fucking
one
too.
time I wanted to meet him, every time I went to his line,
Yep.
it was full and it was capped off. I was like, and I had my younger nephews, my little cousins with me, and I had to make sure I'm around them and keep
Hell
them
yeah.
entertained. But then when I go over to his line, it's capped off, and then he got the panel at the next hour. I'm like, fuck, I'll never predict what time
Yep.
he'll be back.
Nicest
And
dude
that
ever.
was like my biggest missed opportunity.
No,
And
that's
feel
the
you.
funniest
I
thing. But
feel you, brother.
I had the same thing happen. I walked up. Well, I was just getting back into comics. I didn't know who Perez was at first, and then when I got to his same thing. I got to his booth, and I'm like, my boy wanted to get I think a Thanos drawn by him. So I'm like, I couldn't figure out who he was at first, and then I asked him, and then he told me. I'm like, then I got it. I'm like, oh, that's who it is. Yeah.
The only thing I do have from him that's I'm never gonna sell, I mean until I die, is the Infinity Gauntlet with Thanos.
He walked my friend and his wife. He walked my friend's wife down to the altar during their wedding.
Right, that's cool.
Like,
nice.
So cool.
My friend's wife was a broadsword girl and did cosplay, so she knew George
Ah.
already.
And we know George
yeah.
Perez loved them cosplays.
Oh,
Trust
yeah.
me, and then I worked at the I told Sean this story before too. I worked at the strip club for a while, and then we went
Wait,
to
what?
what was it? Yeah,
I worked at
was
a
the
strip club
bouncer.
as a while, but it was a DJ job. It
No.
wasn't.
No, I was a bouncer.
Oh, you're a bouncer. Okay.
Yeah,
I almost got a job
Well-
as a bouncer, but I was a DJ.
yeah. So we ended up going to there was a fetish con going on. I went there. Ended up seeing George Perez over there. I'm like, is that? I go, is that George Perez? Like he walked by, so I'm like, no way, man. There's no way. Lo and behold, next year I go, same thing happens, and I'm like, I'm walking up to him.
Yeah, my friend Gambit was there when he had a day with George before he passed.
No, okay.
Went up there and got to talk to him and hang out and have lunch with him. It was just weird that George walked his wife down during the wedding. Ron Lim back in the other. I was embarrassed because I recognized.
Yeah.
Ron Lim was a. Oh, all right then.
Ron Lim, those Silver Surfer stuff that he did in the 90s. That's why I know of Ron Lim is his Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah, because he was there with the Starlin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Silver Surfer and Thanos and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like people that I've met and I met Amanda Connor and her husband Jimmy Conrad. They were really cool.
Dude, Jimmy's cool as shit. I love Jimmy.
I remember I had a Ghostbuster shirt on, and this was around the time the Answer the Call movie came out. Nice Ghostbuster shirt, man. It is the one with the OG Ghostbusters, and he started going into trash. And
dude, Jimmy's awesome. I love Jimmy. Oh yeah.
It's awesome when you meet some creators and then you just start to connect with them.
Dude, that's like how it was with Robert Englund and Freddy Krueger. Dude,
man, look,
it was a Sunday, and there was nobody in line to talk to him. So me and him had
you got lucky.
Well, this is Des Moines, Iowa, so nobody's really around on a Sunday to talk to him. And dude, I talked to him for like a half hour, and he talked about shit. I talked about shit, and then he talked about how this little girl from one of the daughters of the actors or something had emotional trauma from seeing when they filmed the babysitter that got spun around the ceiling with blood. She didn't know it was fake.
The first movie,
yeah, the first one. And he's like, yeah, she had to go to therapy for like 6 months. And I'm like, Jesus, goddamn. But anyway, we would talk for like 20 minutes, and he was cool as shit. I love that guy, man. Like, Robert Englund's cool.
Yeah, you can forget.
Yeah, we went with G. Yeah, we went with G. Yeah. We went with G to Spooky Empire, and he was there to see
Doug Bradley.
Doug Bradley, and then so I go walking off to see how long the other lines were, dude. You had all four major horror villains in one area, so it's like Kane Hodder in one area, Kane Hodder in one corner, and then you had Freddy in one corner.
The most.
Yeah, but then you had but they all their lines rivaled each other, man. How long their lines were? Yeah, I'm like, holy sh! And you got all them in one little room. It's
and then you throw in Cassandra Peterson there.
Oh, yeah.
That right in the middle.
Stops everyone.
Yeah, right in the middle. And then,
Jeff knows because a couple of years ago he went to Spooky Empire. The lines were super long for her.
Yeah,
and they were fighting over the exclusive pops that they had.
The exclusive pop, but maced. People got maced that day. It's like,
damn, they got maced.
Yeah, and that's how. Then they ended up moving the whole damn thing to Tampa, and then he got kicked out of the Tampa Convention Center, so he moved back to Orlando. So it keeps getting because, so Tom tells me all the time. It's like he why he jumps hotels is because he gets kicked out of every single hotel he sets the thing in.
A couple years ago, I went to Spooky Empire, and this was after a Saturday night AEW event I attended. So I went to the AEW event, and that was awesome. And I only went to Spooky Empire. I was like, yeah, they have Robert Englund there, Kane Hodder and stuff. I wasn't even interested in them. I only went there for one guy, and that's Mankind himself, Mick Foley.
Mankind. Wait, that's Mick Foley. That's the dude I was talking about. The last guy that ever used razor blades on his forehead. That was the guy.
Man, I went there. I took my Mr. Sakos that I had in the DVD collection, and I was like, yeah, I took a picture with him, and it was awesome, man. Mick Foley was great.
Yeah.
Well,
Mick Foley.
8 minutes away from being Christmas Day on the East Coast here. And seems like a good time to start wrapping it up.
What? No. Seems like a bad time to start wrapping it up. We need to keep going till Christmas Day.
I'm pretty drunk.
A 7-hour stream.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good. I mean, you know.
But I thank you, Sean, Kenny's kid, for coming
Hell
on
yeah.
and
Hey,
talking shit. What do you got going on your channel, Puff?
man, look, we took the whole month off. Me and VV, we usually do our live streams, but because we took a month off, all we did was re-upload movies, and it was the Christmas stuff that we re-upload. So, check out those videos if you're not, check them out. Also,
Die Hard on there?
Die Hard's on there.
Yes.
So you can check that video out. I will be on the Comic Call crew this coming Saturday night, and we're gonna do our end of the year favorite pickups of the year and stuff like that. Probably gonna talk to them about Beverly Hills Cop and stuff, and then that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to the new year, and me and VV, we're gonna kick off the new year talking Jason and the Argonauts and Clash of the Titans.
Hell yeah.
We got some stop motion.
Yes, Harry
Harryhausen.
Yes, and we did the. I'm gonna tell VV. I'm like, yo, send me the Sinbad movies that we talked about a couple years ago.
Oh no! Also the Clash of the Titans. That also had Harryhausen.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk both of those movies. And Gary B's gonna join us on that.
You're a love, VV. Wait, who's gonna join you?
Gary B, the casual comic guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kenny's, what do you got going on?
I got working on some stuff. Working on some vampy stuff, some old school vampy artist stuff coming. It's just gotta find the time to edit stuff. That's the problem.
And he's gonna do a deep dive on that.
Oh yeah. I want a deep dive.
Yeah. That's why the editing is gonna be a pain in the butt.
It's the thing I hate most.
Yeah.
That's why I started doing lives.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
Tessa! Hi.
Wait, what the fuck?
Oh,
Tessa? Oh my god, no.
We going overtime now.
Yeah.
We're going overtime. We can't stop now, Dan. What the fuck? Seriously? Tessa's here.
Like happy holidays and everything.
Hell yeah.
Happy holidays. That's awesome.
I had to send you a Bradford Christmas special.
Truly the best Christmas present I could possibly ask for.
Hey,
yeah, my cat bonded with her.
Really?
How was
surprising.
your time here in Florida, Tessa?
Oh, it was great.
2 hours.
Bradford and I are homies, and made a lot of fun
Of
of Dan.
course.
So.
Of course.
I'm all right. The cat's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, Dan was okay, but Bradford, be still my beating heart.
Man.
But we were a cute couple at the party, though.
Hey, it was funny that y'all did that live stream and y'all was sitting right next to each other with I'm like, the fuck?
So did Ryan get jealous at all? I'm just curious. I mean, come on.
He wished that he could have come down. He was like, "This sounds so fun," and I'm all the way across the country.
Definitely, for sure.
It was so dumb. I think Gambit showed up.
Oh yeah, Gambit's
I think that's
awesome.
what really got him. He was like, "Oh, Gambit gets to hang out with you guys."
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then southern style pancakes.
Oh man.
Oh my God. I feel like my sugars are still recovering from that, honestly.
This place had cinnamon roll pancakes.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
So full
cinnamon
southern spike your everything, insulin, everything.
See, that's I'm trying to avoid that, man.
Yeah, cinnamon is my devil right there.
I love cinnamon. I love cinnamon so much.
Oh, I love cinnamon.
But yet you couldn't finish it. I couldn't even finish my freaking French toast. It was so much.
Yeah, you're saying that as if it wasn't half the size of me.
No, it was a very good time. She got to see a rocket from the Cape Canaveral area.
Hey yo,
Nice.
Tesla.
Yeah,
No,
it was an Elon SpaceX.
Yeah, it was
bullshit.
Elon. Yep, of course.
No, I'm actually a really big space nut, so that was really fun for me.
I'm really right on
So
the
am
edge
I.
of Cape Canaveral, so it made my house rock.
Come on, Interstellar. I'm there.
So we're sitting there and like my house starts shaking. I was like, oh, that's a rocket going off. Hold on, let's go outside.
Dude, if I was down there, I'd be so obsessed. God.
She was
I
like,
didn't
hey, your
actually know what
sky's
was going
really
on though.
clear.
Like, I had only been there a few minutes, and we were just like chilling on the couch or whatever. And he's just kind of like, oh, and he just like got up and left the house, and I was like, okay,
Jesus.
like it's so follow.
Well,
I did
also,
not
we're
understand
watching
what was happening.
We're watching a comic documentary. Like, there's a lot of white dudes, and they're all old and almost dead.
Of course. I mean, you know.
And Mark Wade, yeah.
Mark Wade.
Everyone's dead, and then Mark Wade.
And then like random black dude who's like, oh yeah, I love this.
Oh yeah,
And
they
it
were
was
like,
like-
a fucking black person because it's too white.
And then Philomena shows up. He's like, hey, I love X-Men. All right.
So we needed someone handsome, and then there was later on 2 women. One of them was like Linda
Yes.
Carter, though, so I don't know how much that should count.
Ooh,
Linda Carter counts for a lot. Let me tell
That,
you.
counts, that does count for a lot.
65?
Yep.
At 65, she's still like
Dude, she's.
uber MILF.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda.
I might be overselling it. I don't
I'd
know.
wife that up. I'm
No,
not
you
going
are
to lie.
not. You are underselling it. Excuse you.
Maybe.
I would wife that up.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she's a darling too.
So then Tessa got to go to my company party, which was
Mm.
she liked 3 or 4 people. They loved her.
Oh yeah, I mean we made some friends. It was awesome.
Of
Yeah,
course
they
they
want you-
loved her, but I mean.
They want you to come
know.
down for brunch and have
Yeah.
mimosas with them. It's terrible.
Yeah, there were a bunch of people that were honestly great. There was like Rachel and Mary and
Sierra, who
Sierra
wants you
was
to have
great.
mimosas with her.
I liked
Yeah,
how
she's like-
everyone there was just immediately roasting you. Everyone was just like making fun of you. It was like, wow, pleasure to meet you.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
okay.
To be fair, they were making fun of my bad choices, and they were considering you a good choice, even though we're not dating.
I'm a good choice for everybody. Thank you very much.
True.
This is proving you have some
I-
semblance of good taste in your life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very true. I will vouch for that on secondhand. Yes.
We were
Absolutely.
a couple. I was told numerous times we were a cute couple, even though we're not a couple.
Yeah.
I-
we seem
Hey,
to
I
hey,
like-
looked at those pictures and I thought you
just
guys
run
were a
with it.
couple.
Just run with it, man.
Yeah, just run with it.
I cleaned up
I
well.
thought y'all were a couple. Seriously.
I put
I'm
the
like-
tie on. I had the dress up.
I wanted to
had a
ask
manager-
Ryan. I'm like, hey, what is she doing, dude?
Oh no!
And
Enough people messaged Jen about it.
I'm sure. I am sure. But I was just like
Recovering
joking.
from
Like
cancer, they messaged her.
I wanted to
Thank you.
message Ryan and be like, hey Ryan, what the fuck, man?
By the way, if anybody wants to contribute to Jen's GoFundMe, links are
Absolutely.
in my link tree, please. It's
I-
better
I-
to contribute to her than ask her if I'm dating Tessa. Thank you.
Yes, 100%.
And I understand there were people who I haven't talked to in a while, but still, like, not
Yeah,
cool.
I just did my monthly contribution to her, so I try and do it at least every month.
Jen was gonna come on, but she had some adverse reactions to her chemo. Again, please go ahead and contribute to Jen's GoFundMe. She
Yes.
is so close to her final goal. It's 24,000. She's at the 18,000th mark.
So close.
And she's like one of my best friends. So
She's awesome. And you know,
Uh,
I remember when she was here in Florida, and
Mhm.
I remember seeing pictures of her making it in Orlando, and she went to a pub over here near where I lived, and I was like, damn, I missed the opportunity to meet her. I even said it in my post, you know, when I made about sharing the donation. I was like, I missed that opportunity to meet her because she was following me since I started Instagram.
she was already in Portland when her and I like started doing the show, and I missed her when she was in Florida.
Dude, who hasn't been following you since you started Instagram? Come on, man. Seriously.
Oh, I fucking suck. Like
Everybody's
let's be
been
clear,
following
like,
you since you started Instagram.
my
Come on.
channel sucks. Like everything
Yeah.
sucks.
Dan, you don't have to make fun of yourself.
Puff,
I'm here
Sean,
for that. What
come
are you doing?
Hey, Carlito, every
But,
time
like-
I go to cons, right, somebody comes up to me and say, hey,
Oh yeah.
you know, hey, put your pup on Instagram? But
Dude,
then online is like, who the fuck are you? Like,
if I saw you at a con, I would be
I get it
losing
at
my
shops
fucking
now.
mind. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna be serious right now. I'm like the coolest cat. I don't give a fuck. I
Oh,
don't really
well,
care.
I'm gonna be cool about this.
I
I'm the
don't
coolest
care.
cat.
But if it was Puff, I'll be like, God damn, motherfucking Puff. Shit. I'd be getting hype. I'd
What
be
are you,
getting hype.
Samuel
I'm not gonna
Jackson
lie.
from freaking Pulp Fiction? Damn, Negro, I didn't know you
Dude,
were.
I'm
Puff.
telling you, that's exactly what I'd be like. I'd be like,
I did not
you
expect
know,
me to be a celebrity. Like people come up to me and say,
Dude,
"Puff,
I'm
you a
telling-
legend, dog." I'm like,
dude,
"Bro,
I'm telling
just a
you,
legend."
if I come down to Florida, I'm gonna be like, God damn
Well,
shit.
Shit,
Fucking
Tessa's
someone.
a celebrity in my store now. They're like, so you don't know her, but she's at your house?
Tessa
What's
is
going on
probably
there?
4th on my list. She is 4th.
The
On
fact
your
I have
list
like
of people to
4
assassinate? Like, what is this?
No, on my list, like admiration. If I
Oh,
met you in real life, I'd be like, oh,
You really
Yeah.
circled back on this, bro. Like that started a whole
every
other thing.
time,
I'm
every time
trying
someone
to
meets
be
me at like
civil.
a con, every time I meet someone at like a con or something, it's always great. Like I've honestly had really lovely like interactions with people, but it's almost saddening because afterwards, almost everyone messaged me and they're like, "Wow, I didn't expect you to be so nice.
What
Who
the
hurt
fuck?
you?"
That is
Like,
so.
like,
That
ew,
is so
how
fucked
dare you
up.
say that?
Like,
I'm like,
They've heard you
I
pick
am
on
just
me.
not like that.
They've heard you
So
pick
fucked
on
up.
me.
God damn.
No, I think they're just
If-
like, oh wow, like they didn't expect someone to just be nice to them. Be like,
If anything, I
feel
would
like I feel
expect
like
you
it's
to be
right to
like not cool and like a. Not gonna
Listen,
say.
like,
nothing.
hi, it's
But-
nice to meet you. Wow, like what's your name? Like, cool.
But then we meet and I'll be
Hey,
like, oh yeah,
Bobby.
she's cool. Oh, Bobby did look at oh.
Nothing made me more nervous than Sierra saying, next time Tessa comes down, I want to take her out to lunch for like mimosas." I'm
Sierra.
like,
Come on.
and I was like,
seriously.
no,
No.
No, I'll go on a
that's-
date
no.
with her. She's a
that's
sweet
not gonna
lady.
work out for me.
Seriously.
Tea getting spilled.
Oh yeah.
And here's another thing. Like that's why I try to meet anybody that comes down to Florida
Mhm.
because the biggest gut punch for me was when Comic Jabroni came down.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
And
Jabroni. God damn.
he came Monday through Friday,
You know
and
what?
I worked
I'm
Monday through Friday. I couldn't come down to meet him,
At the
so
port.
I was like, he was like, "Hey man, another time when I come down, I'll see you."
It wasn't another time.
And when that I saw the news of his passing, that was like the biggest gut punch. Because man, Jabroni was such a great person and a great influence on
Jabroni.
us as community members.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the thrills of
Me
Tessa
the
being
same,
dead-
dude. Puff, like seriously. He loved whiskey as much as I do. And I really connected him with that more than comics, which is surprising. But yeah, like whiskey.
So he turned me on to Philadelphia. He did a stream with a couple of the other guys, and they were talking about Philadelphia, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna check this shit out, and I got fucking addicted to it. But he was like one of the first believers in that goddamn book.
Yeah, he was. And I was not a believer.
And then Rodney Barnes became one of my
Damn,
fucking
honest.
friends on this fucking motherfucker.
Yep.
And that's awesome though, man. Like when you become friends with a creator and you do live streams with them talking about their work, and it's like a bonding experience. You don't expect that with creators, but yet
what he did for Jen.
Oh shit.
Because he'll never admit it, but I know he donated 5,000.
Oh fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
So
He donated more than that.
listen,
I'm sure.
and then Sean Lewis, I'm gonna love forever, because after he did the show with Tessa, Jen, and I, he went on and said these kind fucking words to Jen after finding out she had cancer, like, and he gave her one of the best days of her life with a writer she loved.
How is Jen doing?
Coming on and talking.
now?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
She's struggling. Like it is what it is.
Oh, just keep praying for her and
Yeah, keep praying
trying
for
Like
her.
to-
contribute if you can.
Keep
She's
trying to-
struggling with her bills.
GoFundMe.
Keep praying.
She is immunocompromised to start with, so every time she gets
Motherfucker, I hate
her
cancer.
chemo,
God damn it.
it fucks her up. It fucks her up bad. I wanted to go up to watch Dune Part 2 with her. Tickets are $600.
We're still gonna do that. We're still gonna do that, dude. I'm telling you right now. So I know you don't believe me, but I'm telling the truth. I'm gonna come to Florida, and we're gonna bring Jen down to Florida.
Jen's not coming to Florida.
No,
she's
she'll
not
come
getting
to
on a
Florida.
plane.
She will. Well, then we'll go to fucking.
Her
Oregon?
mom's coming up to her. That's
Is it
why I said I was
Oregon?
going to go up to Oregon.
Is it Oregon? Yeah.
Yes.
We'll go up to Oregon, and we will watch fucking Dune Part 2 with her. I swear to fucking God, on my life right now.
I'd be happy if I get to do a stream with her to talk about it at this point.
I don't even care, dude. I don't even care about the streams or whatever shit. We're going, and we're going to see it with her. That's all I'm going to say.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Tessa for my ex getting completely obsessed with her.
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, your ex, goddamn. Oh my god.
Well, I don't know about this.
She eyed her up during it, and then afterwards she's like, so after the party was done, I went back to work. She's like, oh, so did your cat like your guest? I was like, actually, he loved her. Like, this is the petty shit that goes on. And I didn't even notice my ex came to my table.
Yes,
and
NorCal, I gotta kill this.
Tessa was like, I'm guessing that's your ex because she went directly across from me and
clearly putting on a show, like flaunting all around her next time, but just like trying
Tessa,
to make sure
seriously. I mean, come on.
Well, I was paying attention to you. I was like, well, there's no better answer than that.
No.
But everybody loved Tessa.
Everybody loves Tessa.
True.
And particularly the 6 or 7 women that came up to let her know that they were keep me in check after she left.
Fuck those girls.
Which was...
I also got a lot of very specific compliment from the women there, which was appreciated but surprising.
Yeah, there was a couple. Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
But Dan, you're awesome, man.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
I'd like
I got to give you some positive encouragement. You are awesome. You got an amazing thing going with Carlito.
Fuck those girls.
And
I don't do that. Don't do that. Actually.
Wait, what? What did you say not to do that with?
What?
I was joking. He said "fuck those girls," and so I'm trying to give you good life advice.
I said
I
fuck
was
those
completely
girls.
respectful with you.
I'm sorry.
You know.
We watched.
I mean, I will apologize for being not PC on that comment.
And I have coming up.
But I don't apologize.
Tessa, Ryan, and I are going to be interviewing one of our favorite writers, Philip Kennedy Johnson, who did Alien, Action Comics.
He's doing Hulk right now.
The Hulk right now. He's coming on my show and he's fucking talking to us.
What about Jeff?
And The Last God.
What about Jeff?
Okay.
Jeff's okay.
Yeah, Jeff's awesome.
Philip Kennedy Johnson can have my entire heart. That man made me fall in love with Superman. I will buy anything with his name on it.
Well, I was like, he's like, I can come on August, the January 9th. I was like, I'll make it work. That's good. I was like, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm going to make it work.
Awesome.
Are any of you guys going to MegaCon?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I know you are.
Saturday and Sunday.
Well, I will make it there if you're there and Ryan's there.
Ryan's birthday happens during it. Ryan's birthday's on a Sunday.
Are you and Ryan still a thing?
He's my best friend.
What day is his birthday?
Wait,
The 4th.
Best friends?
No, the 2nd. I'm so sorry. I'm literally lying to you. His birthday's the 2nd. It's Groundhog's Day.
More than friends or best friends?
Just my friends.
Why is it a question?
Just best friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the 31st.
Don't worry about it.
So, Dan's more than friends. I gotcha.
Shut up. I'm the 31st.
There are more dates with Ryan.
I'm trying to start rumors. I want to get the YouTube algorithm, growing shit.
Tess and I got along really well. We'll leave it at that.
This is how I want to grow shit right here. Boom.
Tess and I got along really well. We'll just leave it at that.
Tessa and you got along really well.
January 31st?
January 31st. I'm Aquarius. Aquarius.
Oh my god, dude! Do not pull out the signs, seriously.
But
Oh man, so your birthday's
So,
gonna be
I'm-
right by MegaCon too? That's awesome.
I'm off
MegaCon
that
was
week.
Birthday weekend.
no, I'm off that week.
Fucking signs, god damn.
So I'm gonna at least be up there for one day, and Gambit's gonna be up there for one day.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna try to be
And
up
if
there
you-
for all days. I might not be able to make the Thursday depending on like flying times.
And
or
if you
whatever,
want to be
but-
tattooed, Gambit's got open dates.
Oh,
He's tattooing
Gambit,
at the show.
Ooh.
Maybe.
No, he's set up at the show tattooing.
I'm getting
Maybe
him.
I'll do it.
It's gonna be awesome though. I'm looking forward to MegaCon. Cause now I really like.
So now I'm gonna have to message everybody. We're gonna have to go out for drinks afterward.
I'm
That's gonna
looking
be me
for
every
MegaCon
night, unfortunately.
just to hang out with you guys. Like to me,
No, like
Well,
That's the most important thing.
Sean, I gotta hang out with you. I don't
Come
care
on
what
down.
happens.
come on down, man.
Don't
Hey,
care.
because if
And-
Tess is there,
and
I have
Jeff-
to be there. If Ryan's there, I
Jeff,
have
you're
to
in
be
Florida,
there.
right? Too.
We'll drag you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
Gambit's
two
gonna
right
be set
here,
up.
boom. We gotta hang out.
Gambit has a artist.
I know
alley.
you're gonna hate me, but I don't care because I love y'all guys. I love you guys. Yeah.
ain't no hate in this group.
And
no-
I know Tessa's gonna hate me, but I don't care
I'm
because
too
I
tired
love
to
every
hate
one of you.
anyone. No, I
So
don't have the energy
I
for
don't
anyone.
care.
Listen,
I know
Tessa
you're
and I
gonna
sat-
hate me, and I love it.
Tess and
It's
I
good.
sat and watched documentaries, and she enjoyed it.
Oh.
I'm too tired to hate anyone. None of my business. But yeah, no. Ryan, his birthday's on the 2nd, so we're definitely gonna do like a big birthday dinner thing
No.
that night or whatever. I'm gonna drag as many
No,
people as
I
I
know.
can to that.
Tessa, I love you. I respect you.
I'm
You're
not
gonna hate
coming.
You're
I'm not
drunk.
gonna be at the con on the 2nd, but I told the guys like, hey, wherever y'all go to eat,
And
y'all
dead
there.
silence.
because
Yeah,
they
we
gotta
can
give
do
me
that.
I'll
the
be there.
parking. They gotta give me
I'm-
the parking
I'll be there all
passes
4
to
days,
their
so I'll be-
hotel,
I'll be
so
there.
I don't have to pay the parking ticket.
So the
Dude, the
31st
park is-
is a Wednesday,
It's
so the
$20,
2nd is a
man.
Friday.
Yeah, I
So
looked at. I just
will
looked
try
at
to
it
make
when they opened
Friday
all
that
those
day.
damn parking things up. It's $40 for a freaking parking pass for
I will
MegaCon.
try and make Friday my day.
Yeah, I'm doing no parking. I never park at cons. Oh god.
Yeah, but if
I might
yeah,
have to take an
so-
Uber up there, but I'll be...
but if you get when you get up there, just message us, Dan. Just message
Yeah.
message all of us, and then
We should make a group chat for
Yeah,
MegaCon then if we end up trying to meet.
We have
Yeah.
like what 3 group chats to make it.
yeah, for MegaCon, just for MegaCon.
Yeah, because I'll probably, if I end up going up there, end up with Gambit and just head in with him. Because I
Is
know
this the
he's
one that,
tattooing there.
Is Bearder Comic Bro and John's Comics with Kids going to this one too? Is that this con?
John's, I don't think he's going to this one.
No, John went last year, and then he goes to one con every year, I think. So one big con every year. So
He's close with Ryan, so maybe if I'm like, yo, it's his birthday, maybe I can get it. Maybe.
Just as long as Bearded is not going, because Bearded has carte blanche to smack him.
I'm still not happy with MegaCon being early February because you don't get a
Me
fucking
neither.
tax
It's a whack
notified
date.
at that point.
It used to be March.
Yeah, March or April. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's too damn early.
last year was
That's funny.
like a week before my birthday, so it was a week before mine last year, and this year it's another friend's year. It's because the previous year it was Hialeah's, and then the year before that it was Steve's. So
No, so
And you know-
this
Go
month
ahead,
I
go
just came back from visiting Dan, and then in like a week and change I'm visiting Ryan all the way in Washington, and I'm in Pennsylvania, and then theoretically MegaCon, and then Emerald City, and it's just like, man, I'm doing like at least one big trip like once or twice a month, and it's too much, man.
You may or may not be getting something in the mail from me soon.
Me?
Yeah.
Don't send me things. What are you doing?
It's a thank
Honestly,
you thing.
you are the only person who knows my address because I don't know my address.
It's a very confusing address because there's a lot of fucking numbers.
My address is just like 8 numbers and that's it.
It's a lot of fucking numbers. It's very confusing.
Let me see my batteries
But-
out
How would
here.
he work in the post office there?
It's coming from Barcelona, so it might be a while.
I just
Don't send me
ship VV's packets out. You in Austria.
yeah.
So you're gonna be very angry at me when it shows up. Just
So
letting
just
you
like
know.
normal, I guess.
No, you're gonna be very angry. I'm just hoping it happens before the Philip Kennedy Johnson interview.
I would like that actually to be focused on Philip Kennedy Johnson and not me yelling at you. I feel like that's a little more important.
It could be a little both. But the fact that Philip Kennedy Johnson's coming on the show fucking is baffling me.
Yeah, he follows
Because
me on
it
like
was-
every platform.
No, it was way too easy.
Yeah. No, he's
No,
really
'cause
nice. I've
he's
talked to
like-
him a bunch of times.
Yeah, because he's like, all right, yeah, so like, just remind me the day before because I'm very busy. I'm like, yeah, I can make this happen. By the way, me and another guy are gonna be real nerdy about Last God. He's like, I love to talk about Last God. I was like, awesome.
Yeah, I would not like the show to be like, wow, Philip, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for coming to our show. Now hold on for 20 minutes while I go have an altercation with a different host. Like,
So he was like, what day would work for you? And I'm like, wait, what? And I was very confused. I was like, why don't you tell me what's good for you? And he's like, no, tell me what days you're off. So I did that. And he was like, okay. So these are the days. And I remember Ryan saying early in the month was easier. So, ta-da! The 9th, we're talking to Philip Kennedy Johnson, who wrote one of the best Action Comics runs that I can remember. So if you guys have any questions for Philip Kennedy Johnson for Action Comics or The Last God or anything, let me know.
it can't be Will You Marry Me because I already have that one.
What's that?
It can't be Will You Marry Me because I already have dibs on that question.
Have I
I'm
asked
kidding.
that?
He's a wife.
No, I was like, have I asked that? I don't remember. Can you be my concubine? No. I guess that's a no.
I really like your setup. Carlito, I really like your setup.
I don't see all your bookshelves behind you. Like, have you changed your
Me?
angle? Yeah.
Oh no, this isn't my room. This is Christmas Eve. I'm staying at my parents' house for the night.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a guest bedroom.
And I like your peanut butter booby cookies.
I did accidentally make titties. I didn't mean to make titties. It was really funny because I just wanted like the experience. Like I wasn't even trying to like eat cookies, but my one friend was like, "Yeah, we can make cookies today." And so I made cookies with my best friend's Matt. And he said these were his favorites. So I made like a vegan recipe because he's mostly vegan or whatever. And they came out and I was like, Matt, you could have just told me like you wanted titties. Like I get it, titties are good. Like. And he was like, no, they don't look like that. You're being crude. And then he looked at them and was like, yeah, they look like that.
I asked you to make peanut butter cookies and then you made milk chocolate. And I was like, well, I can't eat those.
It's vegan. I don't know
I'm
actually
allergic.
if there's chocolate.
I'm just allergic to chocolate.
Yeah.
Somehow God cursed me to be allergic to chocolate.
I'm also allergic to chocolate. I just don't care.
Oh.
I'm also allergic to garlic and milk and grass and cats. And
does your throat completely close? Because mine does.
Yeah,
I have to get trached. Oh, I have to get trached if I eat chocolate.
No,
I don't want to live that out.
Well, the cookies definitely weren't good enough to risk it. So
I have people who are like gluten allergic, and I can't understand that. Like, if I had to avoid like pasta, I couldn't do it. I'm way too Italian for that shit.
I like bread. I like bread a lot.
I'm gonna get ready to jump off.
All right.
But it was a blast being on.
No, it was a pleasure having you on, bro.
Yeah, and we definitely gotta set up a date for the Rafe and Christine. Like,
yeah, and definitely for MegaCon.
Yeah, like either before or after MegaCon, we definitely got.
It's otherwise we're all going to Royal Rumble.
I want to go so badly, like, but with MegaCon being so close, man, and
I found out Tess is a huge Soraya fan.
Oh, yes, I am. Oh my god.
Oh man. And the thing, just you going there to see 2 Royal Rumbles, so that's just double the fun. But it was great hanging out with you guys.
We'll all try and meet up for MegaCon because I know I'm gonna be up there for at least one day, so it's probably gonna be Saturday more than likely since that's Ryan's birthday. We could celebrate mine and his in the same day.
And hey, make sure you follow my hip hop page if you haven't.
Oh, I will.
Hip Hop TV's 83.
A hip hop page?
Yes, he does.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's all 90s.
83. Most of it is 90s, but you got 2000 stuff in it. And make sure you watch that Little Brother documentary. You will become a fan, and you will check out their music. So.
And Kenny's, what do you got coming up, man?
Not much, man. Not much. Just pretty much, like I said, I've been working on this Vampy video for forever. Just the editing part is the pain in the butt. And then MegaCon's coming up, so and then we got a con before that, a small one that we always do in Daytona. And then that's pretty much
years ago.
Yeah. But we know the showrunner, so it's pretty much pretty easy for us to get up there. So
also, if anybody wants Chaos or Dynamite stuff, commissions, Gambit, who has done art cards for them, is doing commissions right now, and a share of it is going to Jen's GoFundMe. So
then I gotta go hit up Gambit then for that.
Yeah. So he did the Dawn sketch cards for their card set. He's done Dynamite and he's done the Chaos ones. So if you got a flavor for it, he's doing sketch covers for $40, but that's with shipping included right now.
That's cool. So I gotta hit him up for that. I'm excited to see you guys at MegaCon for sure.
Definitely, I will hit the chat with you guys.
Yeah. Well, either me or Sean are gonna add you to the 3 or 4 freaking MegaCon chats that we got. I'm like, how the hell did we end up in 4 of these things? I'm like, I look at my chat thing. I'm like, there's 4 MegaCon chats.
we might have to do a live show from there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
And then it's just us.
You. Yes. Bradford misses you. That's why I had to take the picture of me holding him with him doing his little paw. I laughed.
Carlito just bonked off really fast. I didn't realize he was leaving when he left.
I don't think he left. His cat had kept going into his little setup.
That makes sense.
I laughed when I was asked, "Is like, so did your guest get along with Bradford?" I'm like, actually, Bradford ignored me.
Yeah, Bradford and I are homies. You were like, maybe by the end of the weekend, you'll be okay. And like 30 minutes in, and we're best buds.
That's fine. Like next thing you know, he'll be in the bed hanging out with you, and having a spa week.
Yeah. I would stop petting him for like 2 seconds, and he'd be like, meh.
I reposted your video from the other day for Deviant, and Sierra was like, "Hey, just so you know, she's fucking adorable." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
She's like, I'm just letting you know. She's like, don't fuck it up. I was like, okay. She's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm taking her out next time she comes down for mimosas and breakfast. I was like,
oh yeah,
okay.
We're going on a date.
Sounds good to me.
Right every time on her. Absolutely.
I was like, nothing sounds good to me about this at all. But okay, sure.
No, I'm down for a date with a pretty lady. Let's go. Oh my god.
It just made me laugh. She's like, oh yeah, I'm taking her out for ladies' lunch. I was like, all right, sure. I mean, she's down with it. Yeah, like, whatever. And she's like, yeah, there'll be mimosas. It's going to be good.
That's what I was actually just consuming downstairs. I left mine downstairs, but my dad made us all very Christmassy mimosas. So they're like green instead of orange.
Well, your dad is a great guy.
My dad's adorable. Yeah.
I love that he shows up in our chats every now and again.
He tries to make almost everything. It's very adorable. And my favorite thing is that everyone else is like, hi, Tessa's dad. He's so cute. When
it was very sad.
I made a little like Disney reel when we went to Disney or whatever. And it got like, I want to say like 15,000 views or something like that. And so when I told him, he was like, yeah, I saw a lot of people liked our video. And I was like, yeah, I have like 15,000
Did he do the hair flip?
Yeah. And he was just like, wow, wait, like actually 15,000 people? Like, yeah, done.
So I realized my shorts are doing way better than our videos are.
Yeah, I saw your shorts are doing well.
It's very upsetting to me, like, because like I put a lot of work into the real videos. I put nothing into these shorts.
Mm-hmm.
But
just
it
kept
was
making
really
shorts.
sad when you left. Bradford actually walked around your bed,
Baby.
and I was just like, she left, and he's just like,
Where? Friend.
basically.
Also,
And I was like,
Merry Christmas,
like-
Bobby, because you're saying Merry Christmas to me in the chat. So Merry Christmas, Bobby.
I was just like, I'm sad too, Bradford. He's like, meh. It's his own little way of saying meh.
Oh, I miss little guy.
But I
do really want to start making shorts. Like I'm actually editing a video right now that'll hopefully come out tomorrow or probably the day after tomorrow. It's dumb to put it out on Christmas.
yeah,
it's
your
nothing big,
deviant
but
video.
I just want to start putting
Your
out videos.
deviant
again.
video. A lot of people kept telling me how adorable you were. I was like, okay.
I like leaning into my dorkiness, you know.
Yeah, I was just like, Sierra's like, she's adorable. Don't piss her off. I was like, why do you always lean into this?
It's true. I have one every fight I've been in, so.
But I was like, I've made one bad mistake. She's like, yep, and I'm never gonna let you forget it. I was like, thanks.
You've definitely made more than one mistake.
The one she's involved with is that you got involved with momentarily.
That was fun. It was actually. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I thought the party was going to be atrocious. Like I thought it was going to be.
I thought it was going. I thought it was going to be too, but she like leaned out real fast. It was like she walked over, saw you, and walked off.
I thought it was either going to be just very dull and boring and awkward, or it was going to be crazy drama.
Because people were shit talking me constantly.
Yeah, it ended up just being fun. It ended up being like, all right, cool.
There was a minimum of 7 women that came up to you. You're like, hey, don't worry. When you leave, I'm going to keep him in check. And I was like, hey, like, what the fuck? I mean, it wasn't too abusive or anything.
It was too abusive?
I was like, it wasn't too abusive or anything. I was like,
it
was like a minimal of like, it was like a minimal of like shit talking me, and they're like, oh, he's all right. I like him. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, I'm gonna kick his ass if he fucks up. And I was like, one, I'd like to see Sierra drive over here and kick my ass. I'm not gonna happen.
Me too. You work with these people. You should be used to this.
I'm gonna cut this and send it to her, and she's gonna be like, she's right. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you do, I miss you. And I love meeting you. And I hope you kick his ass. No, her. I didn't love meeting you. I mean, I guess I did meet you like physically, but I already knew.
Wait, what? We got along really well.
I meant like I've met you virtually prior.
But in person, like.
Yeah, sure. But this was a brand new human being I did not know of, you know.
Oh, well. I was like, I wasn't horrible in person.
You were fine, whatever. I did like everyone was like, wow, we've heard so much about you. And I'm just like, I have no idea who you are.
There was a lot of panic before you got here. It was like, I gotta clean a lot of shit up.
I could have also, like, you know, been a menace. You didn't know. I could have been like some creepy stalker person or something.
And that would have fit in. That would have been in my wheelhouse, probably.
Oh, fair, yeah. You have a type, and it's bad.
Apparently, I do. From what I keep hearing.
Concerns me that you like me then.
Huh?
Concerns me that I'm within your circle, you know.
I mean, the fact that the person came by the table to be directly across you to like eye you up, and it was like, I'm out. And then asked me if my cat liked you, which is like the weirdest fucking question you could ever ask me.
And yes, he did. Animals like me. Thank you very much, crazy lady.
I mean, Bradford's pretty amiable.
He's like, a good boy. I like him.
For the most part. I mean, he's got a lot of math.
I love that. That is an endearing quality. I love it.
That's why I made that video. I was like, say meh. Say meh. He's like, no. Because you're asking me, I'm not doing it. Yeah.
And then as soon as you click it off, you should. That's how it should go.
This morning he came up to my room and then tapped me on the forehead. to wake me up.
Very cute. Good boy.
And that's why I grabbed him to do the little picture of like.
Your Highness.
So for anybody wondering, my cat's an asshole. Like he literally meows and says meh.
Yeah, he does not meow. He just goes meh.
But he full on the last day that Tessa was here ignored me and just went straight to her.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I know you're trying to sleep, but like, let me start creeping up on you.
No, he would keep nudging my hands, and whenever I stopped, he would just meh. Like, all right, bud, sorry, didn't mean to stop.
He talks a lot, and
Love it.
I made Tessa watch Blue Beetle. I mean, not made, like she was in sugar coma.
Yeah. I watched most of it.
And then Gambit randomly showed up where I thought he was joking.
That was so cute. No, the best part was that he was just like, no, guys, I'll only be here for a few minutes. All right, what's the code? I'm jumping in. I'm staying for 2 hours. Like,
2 hours.
yeah.
And I got a lot of compliments about that show because they were like, oh, it's so cute. The two of you were like looking at each other. I was like, I mean.
Yeah, camera's on, but it's just, this person's like right here.
Yeah. And we have one microphone that works.
Yeah.
Because there was massive feedback.
My phone just hit 8%, so I am going to leave, and I'm going to try to catch up on Detective Comics until I fall asleep.
Oh, have you decided that's the one you're going to read? Or are you reading
This is just new stuff. I'm almost caught up on every single DC comic being published right now.
So the last issue was really good.
I just started the Rom run. Like, I'm like 3 issues in.
Oh, so the last issue of the Detective run was fucking phenomenal because it did a lot of like, hey, if you watch this, watch this, watch this. So it kept switching the POV. Really good.
I love
I fucking loved
I know
it.
the new backups are Dan Waters and Casper Wingard. Like, I'm so excited for that too.
I just finished Rare Flavors number 2. I'm heading on to number 3. Rare Flavors number 2 was kind of surprising to me. I wasn't expecting what happened to happen.
I haven't read it yet.
And I just midway through Philadelphia number 32.
I always thought it was kind of crazy to try and keep up on every new comic coming out, but for some reason the other day I had an epiphany and I was like, I could just read every new comic as they come out. So I was thinking if I can keep up on everything. Hi, Bobby. I hope you have happy holidays if you celebrate anything.
Jen and I used to do that where every Thursday we were trying to do at least 12 books that came out that week. And it was just not sustainable.
Thursdays? So the day after they came out?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to read all
and that's when I was working overnight, so I was trying to like cram 20 books before we did our show.
I do often I'm envious over Ryan's previous life because before he was doing Comic Tom stuff full time, he worked overnight at a hotel and he could just like read all night at the counter at the hotel. God, do I want that life?
Well, I did overnight doing freight. And
yes, you can't really read during that.
So I had, an hour lunch. So I'm a pretty quick reader.
Just read
so
on the clock.
I could do like
8
5
hours.
books.
He could read for like his 8-hour shift versus obviously like except for when like there was a customer thing or like maybe like the beginning or end a little bit, but in general like you could just kind of read and do whatever. Yeah.
I miss working overnights, but at the same time, I don't miss it because I get to do a lot of other stuff. Like, if I had been working overnights, like, you coming here probably would have been not happening.
Yeah.
I mean, as it was, I had to change my shift just for me to be here when you got here.
I could have gone nocturnal if you were overnights.
No, like, so I had to change my shift when you got here this last time because I was supposed to get home at 11 and you showed up way earlier than that.
Yeah.
But hey, you made all these new friends. Like Mary loves you to death. She's like, I'm waiting for my list. She's making a list of comics for me to read.
Don't tell her, but I was actually just gonna like after the holidays, I was just gonna send over like a package and be like, here you go. Here's a bunch of indie comics you'll probably like.
I'm not gonna tell her.
But I thought that would be cute to just be like, here's your list. Physically.
So
Enjoy.
Just remember, she's super Christian.
Okay. That is very good to know.
Super, super, super Christian.
What did she read? I thought she read something that like was good.
It was not Pride of Baghdad, but it was oh god.
Yeah, she read something.
I had her reading Philadelphia, and she's like, I'm having trouble getting past round 1.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll give her some nice
horror's not really her jam. But she did think your video talking about Deviant was super, super cute.
Yeah. I took the dark thing and made it dorky. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. He's like, do you like the holidays? And then you did the whole thing with your hair.
I do love murder. Deviant was so good.
It was weird because I love horror stuff, and I was like, all right, it's okay.
I am obsessed with the vibe the book is giving off. I love this trope that Tynan does of just like that cover like title spread, so that goes over 2 pages. I think the colors of this book are super cool. I love like the innate design of everything. Like it feels very cinematic. Like I feel like this is immediately like some HBO show or something.
Because I think that's like the thing about Nailbiter I love, because it's so fucking tropey of like 80s horror movies.
Nailbiter's good. I like Nailbiter.
Nailbiter was one of the. What was that?
I just grabbed Ghosted to read because that's a Williamson.
I love Ghosted. Ghosted was so good. Again, super tropey.
It's one of the only Williamson books I haven't read.
So that's where him and I got close, because he sent me a bunch of signed books because of X or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, you were telling me. No, he's a gem. I've loved it.
I've tried many times to get him on the show, and he's like, I don't have time. But he goes on those other shows.
Yeah, dude. You see how many things he's writing too? Like,
yeah.
Good God.
I've really liked his run on Superman, but it's not hit me the same way that Kennedy Johnson's did.
Oh, nothing will. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up on his. That's probably right after my Detective Comics. I have to catch up on that and the Green Lantern stuff, and then I'm pretty much there.
The Green Lantern stuff that he put out, I have to read before we interview him, because that's the one I'm way behind on.
Yeah, I haven't touched the Jeremy Adams one.
Ryan's like, oh, that's on my top 10 list for the year. I was like, God damn it. Fuck.
All right.
But the whole
I'm now
stuff's
at 5%
been great.
battery, so I gotta
Yeah, it's almost 1 a.m., so Merry Christmas.
You gotta sleep so Santa can come. He only comes when you're sleeping. He's kind of a freak like that.
It's like a rapist.
Oh, this is the note you're gonna end a show on, Dan.
No, so Carlito already ditched us. Thank you everybody who tuned in. Merry Christmas. And if you guys are struggling on Christmas, my DMs are open. So if you need anything, like, I'm alone. I got no mom anymore or family. So I'm around. So if you just need some encouragement, I don't know if I'm the dude for encouragement at this point, but if you need to be amused by something, but much love to all you guys who tuned in or watching, and
holidays make me the big sad, so I definitely relate to anyone who's going through anything, and I'm happy to.
I lost my mom right before the Christmas, or right around Christmas time last year, so it's been rough the last couple of years. So I did all this because for people who didn't have families or people to hang out with, having somewhere to hang out with. Tessa joined us just because she likes to see me swim in my emotions at this point. Maybe. Thank you, Puff, for coming on. And if you're at MegaCon, come find us.
Yes. Everybody.
If you need reading recommendations, we're always there. if you want to see us fangirl, fanboy over Philip Kennedy Johnson in a couple of weeks, 9 o'clock on January 9th, you're going to see me make an ass of myself, probably.
They're used to that.
Probably. But guys, if really, guys, ladies, if you need anything, if you need recommendations, we're here. I know this time of year is rough on everyone. Even if you have a family, there might be family you don't want to hang out with. We have that too. But again, there's always someone out there here with an ear or just a voice in the dark. So, thank you. Good night. Farewell. Take care.